woke up and see that Crystal Swirlz has been live for a little over 2 hours. In the first couple of seconds, she was saying how she's here on YouTube to say how she's not coming back to YouTube because it's dangerous, but she was collecting some information or something, and so she had to gather her girls to tell them whatever it is that she has found out about. I don't know, but it just seems strange to me that you've already said you left YouTube. Hello, who's out there in the chat? You've already said you're leaving, but you came back to say that you're not on here when you're literally on here to talk about whatever it is you're going to talk about. But anyway, I'm going to start it from the beginning. She's still live right now. I was asleep, woke up, and found out she was here. We're going to start from the beginning, see what she's got to say, and we'll go from there. Hello, Water Sniper. Crystal Swirls is live now. I'm going to start it from the beginning. Here we go. Hopefully, it's something entertaining. Come on, Crystal.
Good evening. I'll give you, ladies, time to come to the phone. I will give you time to get yourself together because I'm just doing an announcement. I have officially left YouTube, but
You're doing an announcement that it has gone for 3 hours now. That's some announcement. And right now, I just see, I mean, I haven't refreshed, but I see when I started this, it was 26 watchers. Now it's 28. So probably not really anything worth listening to, but we'll see.
I am gathering my girls, worshippers of the true God, which is actually a goddess. Okay. I miss you too, Color Girl. I miss all my girls. Carrie, Leia, I miss all of y'all. But listen and listen very closely. I cannot come back. Okay, it's toxic on YouTube.
But you're here.
This live is about gathering from YouTube something that I can use in everyday life. I am forming a coven.
Hello, Moonstone.
I am forming a coven of witches.
AKA, I left YouTube and I'm bored and I'm lonely, so I'm coming back over here to see if y'all will hang out with me. Let me guess, the agents are coming. I don't know. I don't know, Moonstone. We'll see. I think she's just lonely, so she's coming to say hi, and we'll see.
I am forming a coven of worshippers of the true God. And the true God is not a he, H-E, a male entity. The true God is unconditional love, which only women are capable of. And she is our mother. She is Mommy God. And, this little coven that we're going to form, we're going to text each other. I'm going to leave my number in the chat. And only certain people will be selected to join the coven. We will share recipes, spells, and ideas on magic. We are going to tap into what was stolen from us.
So basically, she's going to give out her number again so people can text her and they can talk to her on what according to her she only keeps Angela around because of the checks. Oh, let me read that again. What the hell was she know about unconditional love? Exactly. So she's on here to give out her number, and only a select few be able to join the coven. So basically, she's coming on here to say, hey, y'all, text me. I'm lonely. Let's talk, you know, let's text each other like people normally do these days.
Earthling One, I know you definitely. I miss you too, T.O. girl. I know you definitely, yes, you are a witch. And we are going to form our little coven. I will leave my number, and I want one of my girls, any of you girls, to write this number down because I expect you to text me. We're going to share information from Pinterest. There's an app called Pinterest with a lot of witchy stuff on there.
Yes, she does. A
Etsy
weight loss
has a lot
coven.
of things that you can buy, like your oils, your witchcraft stuff. You know, you can buy that off of Etsy. Your herbs, your protection. Yeah, we're gonna get all the way funky and join and make a coven. Okay, if one of you has a problem, your fellow sister witch has your back. We're going to do spells collectively to help out our sister. Now, when you combine energy, the spell is way more effective. I want to give a special shout out to the subscriber. I believe her name is Amy. Amy gave me a.
She is live right now. It's been going on for 3 hours. I just woke up and realized it. And so I'm starting at the beginning of the live, but she is live right now, 3 hours in.
Very generous donation of $50. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Amy. I love you. I love anybody who donated to the Crystal Swirlz channel. But I am underground now. I am forming my coven. And yeah, this is very important because we are onto something big. I know you ladies have problems
If you
in
didn't
your life.
donate, she don't love
And if
you.
you are a witch quadratic equation and you have a problem and you get your herbs, you get your oils, you try to do things on your own, wouldn't you feel much better knowing that your sisters are combining their energy and they are helping you do a spell? Okay? And they're adding their energy to your spell. Whether you have problems in love, finances, your health,
Girl, it always had a
okay?
price
We're
tag.
here for you. And, you know, there's all types of things you can do now. We got Zoom, Z, this is Zebra, OOM. We got Zoom. You know, we could have conferences over the telephone and we could help you with your shit.
That's why she only apologized to Geisha Peach. Yes, exactly. And now she's talking about we got Zoom and can have conference calls. Do y'all really think she'll be able to do that when she can't even operate two phones? Do you really think she's going to be able to do Zoom? Exactly. She's technologically illiterate. How exactly? Exactly. Yeah, let's keep listening.
That way, you know, we have all this modern technology. There's no reason why we have to suffer just because we live in different states, we live in different localities. It doesn't mean that we can't use the internet or an app like Zoom. Create a room, everybody shows up, puts their energy into the spell, and we can help our sister out. Okay, Now I want to know from you guys, what are you guys up to? Like, what's going on in your life right now?
I will say this: either she will ask or someone will offer to set up the Zoom. Then, she and everyone else will get the link and she'll figure it out or whatever, how, and then she'll join in and it'll go from there. But she's not going to be the operator of this. She's not. She's not.
What do you think of my idea? Because this is it. I'm just going to take people that are down with me, and we're going to form our own coven. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be loving. It's going to be comforting. You welcome, Earth One. I'm glad that it worked. Now, a lot of witches practice solitary by themselves, so they can control whatever money. Energy goes into their spell. But we must have trust in the divine, in ourselves, and in each other. If we are going to do something like this, because the last thing you need is to, have a little coven and you have a hater in your coven jinxing your spell. We're not doing that, okay? We're not doing that, okay? We don't want any snakes or fakes amongst us. We must be genuine in our spirit, and we must have, an understanding that, we can control our lives through magic. I absolutely believe this. Now, I've been doing a lot of work lately. Yes, the queen of fakes and snakes. If you hear my Jamaican accent come out, it's because I have been in touch with my ancestor. I am praying. I say prayers over the souls of all of my ancestors, including not only my Jamaican bloodline, my St. Vincent ancestor, and, my Irish ancestor, my Italian ancestor, my Scottish ancestor, my Nigerian ancestor. I say a prayer over all of them, So listen to what me say. If you don't understand what we're talking about, it's because you're not from the Caribbean. But right now, I am in touch with my Jamaican ancestor, and we are going to form a coven. We don't want no trolls in the coven. We don't want nobody that's going to fuck with the energy from the Divine Mother. So this is what me I say. If you go and join the coven, you can put up a heart emoji in the comment section. Go on in the comment section and put up an heart emoji if you go and join it. Thank you very much. I waiting. Now, what I go and do is put up my phone number so you can text me and we can get a close personal relationship with each other. Colored Gal, you're part of the Coven. So it's me and Colored Gal. I lead these YouTube streets with my legacy. My legacy is my girls, who I reach back for. And we're going to form a coven. And we're going to help each other in life.
What legacy?
T.O. girl, you can be a part of the coven. Come. So far, we have 3 members. We have 3 members in...
No, she ain't leaving.
The coven. We need more members, Judith Harding. Judith Harding is a Caribbean girl. Now listen to me now, Star. You think 3 is enough, okay? So, like I said, the early bird get the worm. The early bird get the worm. So we have 3 members. Okay, what me I say? Color Gal, T.O. Gal, and Crystal Swirlz. We are 3 member part of this coven, and Earthling one. I guess you're not a part of it.
Never, Moonstone. Never.
But listen to what me I say. Okay, when you hear me accent come out, you know my grandmother is Jamaican. So
At this point in time in the live, I don't know how many people were listening, but you see, she's only got herself and 2 others joining. So, gotta wonder what the other ones are thinking.
you hear me accent come out is because I am in touch with my ancestor. My grandmother, she died 2 years ago. 2 years ago she died, and I have been in touch with she. Okay, I have been in touch with anybody that is born before my from my grandmother on down. I am in touch with the spirits, and you know, yeah, the accent come out. Me don't know where it come from. Okay, my grandmother had a slight accent, but here's the thing. The accent is very strong now because I am in touch with them. So please don't think that this is all bullshit. Okay, I can assure you it's 100% real.
No, you just changed your voice.
Eternally evolving. Let me read your comment. Miss Archduchess gave you a positive shout out in her life. You helped pave the way in the divestment movement. I appreciate that. Shout out to Miss Archduchess. I give she a big up. Big up me, Archduchess. Pass the torch. This is what me are saying, what me are going to do. Listen here and listen clear. I have a small coven. I will help you girls. I am a very experienced witch. I have been a witch since 2007. Okay? Since 2007, I have been a witch. And I want, let me girls know this, that I am worshiping the true God, the divine mother feminine. That is what I go and do. And I take along anybody that want to come with me, you come and join. You're welcome eternally evolving. And let me tell you something. Listen to what me say. When you're in touch with the ancestor, somebody from the ancestral bloodline, my grandmother.
Exactly, Moonstone.
And somebody from that bloodline want to get inside of me, and she want to come true, and she is happy that I am acknowledging my Caribbean ancestry. They've been trying to F with me for a while. And they are very happy that I am acknowledging them.
Yeah, she trying hard, Water Sniper. It's part of the manipulation.
We're going to
get people to believe her shit.
Any questions that you have to me about the magic, all you have to do is send me a shoot me a text, give me a call if you have any problem. Some of you want to learn about the herbs, the oils, the protection. You can control any part of your life. And for those of you who want to get into it and you want to learn about the herb, I know all about the herb. Every day I go online and I looking up stuff. I writing stuff down. They have a thing called the Book of Shadow. The Book of Shadow is when you write everything down and you take notes.
Me too, Kim Shady, me too.
You must study. You must study. If you don't study and not go and learn, and you're gonna be a stupid witch. If somebody come to me and they say, Crystal, me want to do a love spell. Crystal, me want to do a money spell. Me need money. I know the herbs that you use, the oil and the herb that you use in order to get results.
She know. Ooh, I'm about to talk an accent. She knows the herbs and the oils to use for love spells and money. Why hasn't she used them on herself? That's my question. Exactly. If they actually worked, she wouldn't be where she is now. And I really would like to know where Angelo is. Because since that CPS knock at the door, We haven't heard anything. I'm curious. Does anybody know? Anybody know the word on the street?
This is not a game,
Share in the comment section if you know.
okay? It's not a game. I can assure you that. But if you want to learn, colored gal, okay? It's a lot of reading. It's a lot of information out there. And if you really, really want to learn and be a witch, you must study like a doctor.
Oh yes, Water Sniper. During one of her lives, which she took down, but I have it on my channel. She was doing a live because Angelo, well, it was two of them. Angelo was sick. He was throwing up, and he was up and he should have been sleeping, but she did not want to. Hey, Juanita, she did not want to stop her live to clean up his throw up, his vomit, and she kept telling him to go to bed and go to bed. And she was talking about everything he eats, he throws up, but she was feeding him cookies and shit like that. So I believe the next day she was live again. Oh yeah, the vomit live. I was putting out in the air for CPS to call, and the next day she did another live, and voila, CPS shows up because, as I put out there already, he gave me permission. Her ex Dan was the one that called CPS. And so they showed up at her door, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I gotta go, y'all." And she instantly ended the live because it was somebody there calling. Because they had an investigation open, and she cut them off right there and said she had to go. So we haven't heard anything about Angelo. She hasn't talked about it, of course. But if anybody knows anything, put it in the chat. Here we go.
You study like a doctor. This thing is not to be taken lightly. There are times I forget something and I have to go on back and do research and write stuff down and practice until I get good. When I do a spell, it's like throwing a bullet in the dark. You're shooting a gun with a bullet in it and it can land anywhere.
Oh, yeah, she also threatened to commit suicide. Yeah, she was saying that. I'm just going to recap this real quick. She was saying that when he hits the age of 25, she was going to, let somebody else take care of him. She couldn't deal with him no more. So that's about, she got about another 7 years on that. And she was saying there was no way that she was going to leave him here alone, that she'll kill him and then herself too, because there's no way she was gonna die and then him stay here. So she's gonna kill him and then herself afterwards, because she was gonna take him out first. So that's basically what she was saying. Let's get back to this.
And your aim is your intention. Your intention is your aim. If you don't have good intention and focus, the gun go anywhere and hit anybody.
Hello, Janine. Welcome.
And this is why you hear about stuff like when you do a spell, it backfire or it hurt an innocent person. You not go and do that. That's why I say your intention and your visualization is the key to being a powerful witch. Intention and visualization. If you can master them two things, you're going to be a very, very powerful witch. Every day, not a day go on by that I don't look up information on the internet, online. I writing, reading all the time. Because I want to know. I want to get good. I learn from other witches.
Exactly, Janine.
Witch. You never go and hear me say, "Oh, I know everything. Me don't have to learn nothing from nobody." No, me never go and say that. Listen to me now, Star. I learn a lot of my information from other witches, Other witches, I write down the recipe. I listen to the testimonial of the other witches. That's how I got good. That's how I learn. Sometimes I go online on Etsy and I order. Me I order something from somebody like a oil or a herb from them, and I try it out to see if it work. A lot of time it work, you know. So a lot of you never hear me talk like this, but
Because it ain't real.
listen to what I'm talking about, okay? A lot of things you don't know about me. My grandmother, she
Yes.
raised me a lot, you know.
Proper
My
nutrition.
mother had mental problem, and my grandmother had to step in there and raise us. So I have a very strict Caribbean upbringing. But my grandmother accent was not strong. But I tell you something, this accent that you hear me say, that's because I do in my spell. I do in my spell and I am in contact with the ancestor. And I say to them, me want to know more about my Jamaican background. And out of nowhere, I swear, this is the real deal. Out of nowhere, I get this crazy accent, this Jamaican accent, me don't know where it come from, But it comes strong, strong, and I say, why? What? What? Where did it come from? They're trying to get in touch with me. So I want color girl. I think color girl is the old girl is Jamaican. Okay, color. Okay, TL
The
girl,
psych ward won't
TL
take her.
girl. Big up to you, girl. It's
Schizophrenia, yes,
me,
it's
T.O.
real.
girl, and color girl. I think color girl is Caribbean too. Color girl, are you Caribbean? I think you're Caribbean too.
Definitely
But
bipolar.
listen to what me say. We're going to do this. Everybody else say, oh, Christmas will leave YouTube. She no fuck with YouTube no more. Because there's a lot of drama, a lot of troll, a lot of problem on YouTube. Me no want go on there and make all these problems for myself. So I divested from all the trouble. And I'm going to stay by myself. And I'm going to reach behind me.
Yeah,
And
this
I'm
is one of
going to
those
get some
personalities
girls
right here.
to come with me. We make a coven, and this is going to be fun. It's going to be interesting because I can't wait to help some of you girls with your problem. It is fun to do a spell to see if it won't work. I like them type of thing. If I do a spell, I want to see if it won't work, and it don't work right away. Sometimes it do, sometimes it don't. But like I said, when you do something for manifestation, you must wait and have patience. If you have patience, it's going to come true. Okay, and listen to what me I say. Color girl, it's a lot of studying, sweetheart. Okay, it's a lot of studying. It's a lot of work and memorizing and doing things and stepping back and seeing it work. It's not as simple as you think. You must be patient and you must understand how witchcraft work. So this is what me I say. Colleague, me love is still the same. Even though you don't have no Caribbean in your blood, it does not matter. One blood, one blood, one blood.
Oh, is she?
We are all one blood. Remember that. Now listen. Uh, me want you to take down this number. 904. 904. Okay? 554 6758. That is the number you want to reach me. That's how you want to reach me. Okay? If you want to reach me, that's how you get me. You shoot me a text. Now, if you have a problem, let's say color gal have a problem. Color gal, she pregnant, and she want to do a protection spell for she baby. Okay, I know the herbs that you use to protect your child. Okay, you do a special oil, you do a cleansing, and you do an oil, and you.
So she is telling Colored Gal about protecting spells for her child because she's pregnant. I remember Crystal also saying that live back when she was talking about Angelo that she also does spells on him as well. I don't know what kind of spells she did, but they're definitely not working. But let's continue. I might just go ahead and fast forward this to the present, but let's see if anybody calls first. And that way we can be in real time with her. But right now, let's see if anybody calls.
Rub it over your belly and you do certain prayer for your baby to come out healthy and strong. All right? That's what you're going to do. So listen to what me say.
Well, Janine went over there and she says, I thought you said you were leaving YouTube. Hold on, let me see her comment.
I am definitely I want
what
to
happened to that?
pass on
When
the
will y'all
tradition.
realize that she changes like the
Okay?
wind? That's
and I want
Janine. She
everybody
went
to know
over
who
there.
the true God is. Now, during my whole YouTube career, okay, all this time I've been on YouTube for what, 4 years, 5 years, okay, I went through a lot of things. You've seen my journey. Rose Ease, do you want to join it? Do you want to join the Coven? If you want to herb for intuition and foresight, you use mugwort, you use anise, and you use acacia. Them powerful herbs, they open up your third eye and they help you see. Now you might not see right away, but if you put this, you get the herb and you put it in the aisle and you put it on your third eye. It might take a few weeks, but your third eye go and be open, and then it might scare you, because you're going to know so much, the information might come flooding in all at one time. Okay? And it could be very scary. Sometimes if you open up your third eye, okay, you must be very careful because you know your third eye is like a portal. Things could come in there. So you must use certain herb to protect your third eye.
I guess nobody's going to call in.
Write down, earthlet, you forgot acacia. Acacia and anise. I have a special oil that I use. All right? I use acacia. I use mugwort. I use anise. Acacia, mugwort, and anise. That's what I use to open up my third eye. So I hope that helped you. Wormwood is good for curses. It could open up your third eye too, but a lot of time, wormwood. Let me tell you what I say. Now you see the wormwood. Wormwood it breaks curses and hexes. But wormwood is one of the 3 herbs that are used to open up the gates to hell. I just thought you should know. Me had a bad experience, And wormwood was one of the 3 herbs. There's 3 of them that open up the gates to hell. I did not know that.
Do y'all want to continue listening here, or should I fast forward to live to be in real time with her right now? What y'all want me to do? Let me know in the chat. Fast forward. All right, let me fast forward this. We're going to go to real time where she is right now in her live. So this is going to start right where she is right now. Let's see what she's talking about.
Oh, get the fuck up out of here before I put the hex on you. Yes, I had the gypsy voice. Get the fuck out of here. There's something about, if you was to see me right now, I got scars, guys. All right. I want to show you something. Do you want to see it? I don't know if I should show you, but yeah. I got a string wrapped around my extension. My hair is in braids. I got a white string wrapped around my black braid, looking like a gypsy, and I put on a scarf like a gypsy. That's how I dress today.
She put you on timeout. Damn.
You love when I put the little wig when they fucking see.
But
I
what
got no
happened to the
sister here.
accent now? I guess she couldn't hold on for 3 hours.
Now go, let's go. Tell me, what do you think you were? Now that we know about gypsies, we know about. I mean, maybe you were a Becky in your past life. Maybe you were a Becky.
Yeah, she hates it.
Now, you know, a lot of you are young, okay? You don't know what it's like to live in
She
the
said her
80s.
ancestor
Some of you were
spirits
born in
left
the
her.
80s. But I
They couldn't
actually
take it
lived in
anymore.
the 80s, and I remember the 80s. And girl, you don't know what it's like to be 47 years old and remember the year 1986, remember the year 1985, remember the year 1989, especially. That was my first year of high school. You guys don't remember that, right? Anything that's 80s, you have no idea about.
She might want to be one.
Okay, so yeah, it was a magical time. It was a magical time. But what is your magical time? Oh my God, Color Gal was born in '89. I was my first year of high school. Yep. Mr. Scarlett said I was a Japanese person in my past. Damn. So we listen. We come back. That's why it's bad to hate people because you don't know what the fuck you were in your past life. Like racism is so stupid. Do you really think that you were always black?
She sure
Like
does,
in my last
Janine.
life, I believe I was a white man and I was riding a bicycle and I got thrown over the guardrail by a truck that blindsided me from behind and I fell over the guardrail and all I remember, I said this in another live, all I remember was I felt myself hit the ground, but it didn't hurt. It did not hurt. All I saw was a bright light. And I believe that's how I was a white man on a bicycle in 1975. Yeah, I died. Yeah.
She was
So
a
I
white
totally
man in
believe in reincarnation.
1975.
Okay, and you come back, and I think everything that you remember, and that's why some of you are good at music. Some of you are good at painting. Maybe you're attracted to a certain race because you were a certain race in your last life. Color Gal, what do you think that you were? Did any of you have any dreams about what you were in the past life? What about you, Mistress Scarlett? What do you think you were? Do you think that you were on the Titanic? Wouldn't that be crazy if Mistress Scarlett was on the Titanic and now she came back as Mistress Scarlett, a 23-year-old girl? You might have been on a Titanic. Color Gal, you know,
Well, this ship is definitely
if you
sinking.
close your eyes and you search your soul, you've lived thousands and thousands of lives before. You mean to, what are you drawn to? What are you drawn to? Are you drawn to the water? The ocean? Are you drawn to a certain race? There has to be something that gives you a clue of what you were in your past life. Maybe you were Beethoven. Maybe you were Martin Luther King. Who knows? Okay, you're drawn to Brad and you're drawn to water. Okay. Maybe you were on a cruise ship and it sunk. Maybe you were a slave owner and you hated black men. might have been a racist white person that was the head of the KKK, and you killed a few niggas in your lifetime. You never know. I hate roaches too. I want to see.
Right,
Wow.
exactly.
Okay, color gal. So you're drawn to the water, and you've had many near drownings. Wow, really?
Mistress Scarlett says she also
You almost
felt
drowned
she
to
was an
death a few
Italian
times?
woman.
Damn. Maybe you was on the Titanic. Maybe you were
What
on
the
the
heck?
Titanic.
Yeah, I know.
Now, Mr. Scarlett said, I felt I was also an Italian woman also. So you probably was an Italian woman and you had a nice husband and you lived in the countryside during the 1300s and maybe you died an early death. Maybe you died from that plague that they had.
Yeah, at its finest, yes.
I mean, you never know. Because you gotta say, what happened to all these people that died? And where did they go?
I think she wants to be white.
Where did they go? Oh my God, Jody Nori, you were a part of the Roman Empire. She said, I remember I was a woman that was drinking and eating fruit in the Colosseum. So you probably were a Roman, a citizen of Rome. And you probably used to watch them have gladiator fights in the Colosseum while you were sucking on fruit. Now, Mistress Scarlett said, wouldn't that be some shit if we were all on the Titanic and we died? That really would be crazy. Because these people that died on the Titanic, they came back. Where did they go? Where did their souls go? Have you ever seen a baby and that motherfucker could talk early and it looked you right in the eye like it was here before? How many times have you heard an older person say, that baby been here before? You ever seen a baby that had the eyes of an old person?
I'm going to make me a sandwich. I'll be right back. She does go back to the infamous lunch.
They got the eyes of an old person. Now, the way that you find out about your past,
did she?
Is you have to be talked into it through psychosis. You have to go into like a trance. If they say close your eyes, you're going down.
I wish I could find that live stream
staircase
of her and Dan.
And
rewatch that shit. I'm gonna make a sandwich. Be right back.
Lead you to a view of one of your past lives. Now, as you slowly drift into sleep, you're getting sleepier and sleepier. It's okay. Relax your breathing. Clear your mind. And as you walk down this long, dark staircase, you come up on the door. Turn the doorknob, and you will have access to your past life. What do you see? What do you feel? You died. What happened in your last life? Did you drown? Do you see water? Did you choke to death? Did you die of an infection? What time or place do you see? Look around you. Do you see buildings? Do you see people? How are they dressed? Look down at your feet. What are you wearing? What kind of shoes do you have on? Touch your clothes. Are you a man or a woman? Do you hear voices in the background? Now you are at the point of death. You're about to die. What
I'm back.
sensations do you feel? What is happening to you? And are you able to see yourself dying and leaving your body? And if you do, look down at your body and tell me what you see. You're getting lighter and lighter as you leave your body and you slowly die. You look up, you look down at the body below you. How does that body look? Are you white? Are you black? What happened to you? Are you an old person?
Are you a thin
Now,
person?
Mr. Scholar said, it felt like I kept coming back as a woman. So, at any point in time in your life, Mr. Scarlett, do you feel like you were a man? Or do you feel like you kept getting reincarnated as a woman?
She already said she felt like she was coming back as a woman. She already said that.
Or gay, I really believe that
She said she never felt like a man in any of her lives.
I honestly believe that. Because not everybody got molested and turned out to be gay. Some people actually never got molested and they have a natural attraction to the same sex. I believe in their past life, they were the opposite sex. I honestly believe that could happen. And that's the part that scientists are not going to talk about regarding gay people. I think they know good and damn well how people turn gay or have bisexual tendencies because it has to do with reincarnation. They're not going to tell you that, though. They're going to act stupid, like they don't know what's going on. Oh my God, you're attracted to the same sex. Something's wrong with you. You suffer trauma. Not all the time. Sometimes people come. Sometimes you was the opposite sex. So it could be, Mistress Scarlett, that you said you never felt like a man in any of your lives. Could it be that you just kept getting reincarnated as a woman? You had no problem with that. But we need to stop. Now,
Jody Nori says, is there a limit to reincarnation?
I want y'all to do me this favor. I want y'all to become better witches. Look up information. Look up reincarnation. Read some of the testimonials of these people that describe the person that they were, the place where they died and lived. Listen to their stories and be open-minded. I think it's time us as human beings started becoming open-minded and stop following the script and actually open up your mind and realize that
what is that emoji?
all these people that lived and died before we got here. Think about it. You know how old this planet is? From the time Adam and Eve all the way to now. Think about all of those people that died and lived from the time of Adam and Eve to now. Jody Nori said, is there
She called me one, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Actually, there is. It's called Nirvana. Once you have mastered everything that you have to learn about being a human being.
She called me a tranny because I knew the word flip-flop when I was talking about how she flip-flop on her topics and what she stands for.
You reach nirvana, meaning that you break free from the reincarnation cycle, and it's like a big orgasm. You become one with God, with the source. You never have to live another human experience. You become one with God, and you become one with unconditional love. You become one with the source. Now, I can't sit here and tell you how many people have reached nirvana. I don't think it's a lot. I really don't think it's a lot. It might be that 144,000 that they're talking about in the Bible.
Her
I
ass
think
is lost
everybody else
in the
has to come
Bermuda
back to this beach
Triangle.
until they learn. And I don't believe it's just Earth. I think that there are different dimensions, there's different planets, different star systems. I don't think we're the only life out there.
I remember she said she was asked
I really
if she
don't.
was one in the deleted
My thing
live.
is this: I'm beyond this Earth and the bullshit that's on it. I want to know what else is out there.
I wish I could have seen that.
I know that there's other life out there, other aliens. They might even have aliens that look like us, that they're humans. They look like humans.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
There's other planets out there that are so far away that we cannot reach it in our lifetime. I want to know about those motherfuckers. And you know that they got black holes that are portals that are actually
Right.
interdimensional.
That was a live of hers actually, because she just found out that Dan had called CPS on her, and let's see. Oh yeah, Miss Elite had the Greek on, and they were talking about it. Was it Crystal? I had an art. Yeah, it was Crystal's live because she was wondering why I didn't tell her that Dan had called CPS on. I was like, "What for? What reason can you give me that I should warn you about some shit like that?" Of course, she went into calling me a tranny when I used to flip flop word.
Time.
Let me get back into this real time here. Okay.
The devil does deals. Well, guess what? So does God. I'm not coming back to this bitch. Nope, nope, nigga, nope. I'm here. I want to go to another planet. I'm ready for a different experience.
That's what she does.
I don't want to come back here. I want to go to another planet where people are flying around and they can read each other's thoughts. And maybe we won't look the way we look.
She wants
maybe
to be on the
we'll
Jetsons.
have different bodies. You know, maybe we'll have 3 eyes and 2 sets of titties.
Yes.
And have a totally different.
And her oldest son looks just like her, but with a beard. He probably reminds her. He reminds her of her true self.
A reality for every thought.
That's why she hates him. He reminds her of her true self.
There is a reality for every thought. In other words, if you think about something, there is a portal where that exists. Now, somewhere in your mind, you met a tall, gorgeous Brad with a big penis. He's intelligent. He got money. He sweeps you off your feet. He's protective. He's handsome.
Possibly Janine.
He's a biker. Maybe he comes from a family full of money. Maybe he is the man of your dreams. Well, guess what, sweetheart? There exists a portal where that man exists. And some of you may say, Crystal, how is this possible? If you can think it, it exists. There is an outcome for every thought. And if you tap into the energy, remember God said, my mansion has many rooms. So if you're thinking about something, and think about it. Look at all of these people on earth. You mean to tell me there's not a man out there that is not perfect for you?
You can't find one?
Men are trash. And you might say, Crystal, you're male divested. I am. But we're talking about you, sweetheart.
Yep, she got what she wanted. She wanted a light skin. She should have said healthy, mentally, physically, but she just wanted him to be light skinned.
The way he smells, the way he talks, his bank account, his generosity, his dick size, his personality. So that man does exist in this lifetime. There might be, out of all of these billions of people on earth, there might be about 120,000 men that are perfect for you. Think about that. Out of all of these billions of people, and it's billions, there's about what, 7 billion people on Earth? Out of all of these billions of people, you can't tell me there's not 120,000 males.
No, she can't get one, Janine.
Big bank accounts. They nice looking. They'll treat you good. They'll be absolutely in love with you. They'll be good to you. There's about 125,000 of them. For you, Jody Nori.
Exactly. None of them married her.
Now, if you could tap into that portal where you could make them appear on a physical level, using witchcraft, using herbs and oils and chants and visualizations, you absolutely could conjure one of them up. You can conjure up one of those 120,000 men.
You conjure one up, Crystal. You conjure up one.
Think about it. And you know, let's think about this thing, right?
Oh yeah, her jealousy is high.
You say you can't change the way you look. Do you believe in that? Do you think that you could change the way you look through witchcraft? Who limits us on what we can do?
Yeah, she just contradicted herself.
Who is to say that you can't fly like a witch in the sky?
You can't even lose weight. What are you talking about flying like a witch in the sky?
Who's to say you can't be a shapeshifter like the Native Americans did? Who's to say that we can't do this? Who is putting the limit on what the fuck we can do?
Your scales say it.
Now, name a power that you want. Do you want to be invisible? Do you want to read people's minds?
Of course she's going to call you a liar.
Do you want to be a shapeshifter?
If she can't do it, nobody can.
Invisible? Do you want to be able to teleport and go to other planets or dimensions at the blink of an eye? What do you want to do? Do you want to have the ability to cure yourself? Now, I believe that there's aliens out there that could do this shit. Okay? And the U.S. government is keeping us from them. No. Rose E. I'm not trying to scare you, sweetheart.
Rose E says, Crystal is getting me scared.
I want you to say, who the fuck said, you know, I can't become invisible. I can't walk. I can't blink my eyes and end up in China. I can't fly like a bird. Who limits us? And are you scared? How do you break free from your conditioning?
Nail on the head, Janine. Nail on the head.
And do aliens have the technology to make us do these things? I think they absolutely fucking do. And I think about maybe 100, 150, 200 years from now, they're going to be able to do this shit. The U.S. government is going to break the treaties, or the aliens are going to get aggressive and say, fuck you, I'm going to show this technology to your citizens. I'm not going to sign no more treaties with you. I'm going to show these people the technology that is available out there. If they could lift things
she needs to concentrate on driving past Walmart.
They could walk on water. They could do all these things. Because think about it. In the Bible, Jesus was walking on water and doing all this crazy shit. Who's to say that Jesus wasn't fucking with the aliens? Who's to say that Jesus wasn't an alien? And he was trying to teach us this technology. And they got it in the Bible like Jesus is some type of man that, you know, get the fuck out of here. I think Jesus was an alien. Real shit. Real shit ever. I think he was an alien, came to the earth to teach us unconditional love, which is divine love and feminine, and they somehow lied to us and made it seem like he's mastering.
She moving
The
around,
Father,
so
the
her
Son, the Holy
audio's
Ghost.
going out.
They stole that shit. I think Jesus was a fucking alien that tried to show us alien technology. Real shit. And they got us thinking that Jesus is some type of prophet that get the fuck. Jesus saw how fucked up we were, how we didn't know no technology. This motherfucker could walk on water. Jesus walked on water. He performed miracles. I think Jesus was an alien, and they tried to pretend. They put it in the Bible like he was just some regular man. Get the
This
fuck
is
out of
Crystal
here.
Swirlz thinking
Immaculate
all her
conception.
own.
So basically, they telling us that we are the original creation and we don't need the male species to procreate. I think that's what Jesus is trying to teach us. He's saying, are you dumb? You let these male creatures take over your planet, destroy, when in actuality, Jesus, came from an immaculate conception. He probably said, what the fuck are you doing? Why
and black men have their issues too.
Don't you know that they are the fallen, they are hosts, Hosts. They are hosts of the fallen angels.
People in general have issues.
Their penises are like probes trying to locate the prey and, like an alien, inject you with their demonic seed. Why are you doing that?
You know, she switched
this
up.
Shit is crazy. I honestly think Jesus was a fucking alien that was trying to teach us unconditional love. He tried to show us immaculate conception. You don't need male creatures in order to procreate. This is some deep shit. We're about to get all the way funky. And notice how they killed Jesus.
I think her problem was that God being a man. That was her problem.
We can have you showing these women that about the immaculate conception. And
you stop for a moment. Yes, I was a mod for her back when she was talking about interracially dating. When she started the continuation of black male bashing, that's when I started giving her the side eye. I don't hate black men. I don't worship white men. I don't have to hate one group to justify why I might date another. And that's what Crystal Swirlz does. I will deal with a person individually and for my own reason, and none of them had to do with molestation or anything like that. I just started opening my options simply because me being born in the military family and growing up in other areas, I got tired of black men telling me that I sound white or I'm trying to be white or something about being white rather than just accepting me for me. And for that reason, I opened up my options. So I don't have any hate for black men. I just open my options to a person who wants to get to know me and not question my blackness based on how I speak. And I've said that again but I don't know who you are. I've seen your name before, but maybe you didn't know that about me. But that's who I am. So I don't have any hate for black men. And if I date white men, which I do, I'm not worshiping them either because I've dealt with some crap white men as well. So let's get back to Crystal Swirlz and no black woman bashing in my comment section, please. You're welcome to be here, but don't turn this into black women this, black women that, please.
Showing them that they don't need male creatures and being attracted to a girl. So who the fuck is to say that Jesus wasn't a chick, a girl? And then they turned that shit around and said, our Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. And they totally dissed Jesus and act like Jesus was a boy. Jesus in actuality was a girl trying to teach us immaculate conception and trying to teach us unconditional love. Because How the fuck can a man teach unconditional love? They are transactional creatures. Wow. I never understood that. How can a male creature teach me, a female, about unconditional love? Impossible. You can't. Have a seat, bro. You're 90% ego. You can't teach me shit. I think Jesus was a girl, an alien girl. They ain't gonna
Yes,
tell you.
transactional with her son.
And that thing about Bigfoot, girl, let me shut up. All you gotta know is, girl, I question everything now. I'm not so quick to believe everything that the Bible tells me.
Well, I
I
got
think Jesus
tired.
was a
I
girl.
got
I think
tired of
Jesus
dealing
was a
with them.
female.
Who are you, by the way?
Now, Jody Norby, help me out. You said aliens are showing themselves. Most choose to ignore. Now, when you say aliens are showing them, yeah, okay.
I'm curious to who is your dating preference? I'm gonna pause this while you answer that question. Whatever it is, I'm not gonna bash you for it. I just want to know so I can figure out your state of mind here. Only black women. Okay. And that's perfectly fine. If you said only white women, that would have been perfectly fine too. But please do not come in here grouping all of us, y'all black women this, y'all black women that. We're talking about Crystal Swirlz here and her bullshit. Because I don't group all black women in a negative way. Maybe the ones that follow her bullshit, but that's it. So please do not group us all in the same boat. If you're going to be here, let's keep the comments towards Crystal Swirlz and her shit, because that's what this is about. She goes live, I call her out on her shit, because yeah, I modded for her, and I know she's full of shit, and I'm calling it out. You only love black women? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But if you're going to just just keep the negative comments towards Crystal Swirlz, don't group us all. That's all I'm saying. Don't group all of us, because the ones here, we don't follow her bullshit. All right, I'm going to continue this live. Oh shit.
Go on the ocean.
There it goes.
Hang out for the day. Dad got a little tiny yacht. So you decide to go on a yacht with your friends. You end up in a fucked up accident, right? You end up in the water. That's the biggest fear. Okay, there's a storm at sea. Okay, the yacht gets destroyed and your black ass is in the water, holding on to something to keep you floating. Okay, it's dark, it's cold, you don't know how to swim, you holding on to a piece of wood like that girl did in the Titanic. How do you get help? Now imagine you believe in the mermaids. You're a witch. You heard what Crystal Swirl said, and you close your eyes and you make little noises into the water. You scream into the water. You say, I ain't got nothing to lose. I'm going to put my intention into this. I'm going to visualize and I'm going to call for help. And you go into the water and you make little sounds. And you see out of nowhere, you see a big tail.
She's ignoring you?
You see a big tail. It looks like a fucking big fish tail. Now you scared. You're like, what the fuck is that? And then you see a face. It looks like a human, but it's a little bit weird looking. Okay, and they got hair attached. It looks like a human with a weird face. And you realize, oh my fucking God, that is a fucking mermaid, son. Now your friends are dead. They floating nearby. Okay, some of them drowned. You just holding on to this little piece of wood. You in the middle of the fucking ocean.
Is her comment section
Can you
still
imagine
going?
that
Because
shit?
since I paused on my TV, I don't see it
And you
anymore.
said Crystal was right. I called for help, and the mermaid came.
I didn't see your comment, Janine, that she
And the
ignored
mermaid.
if you did
What
type.
do you think happens after that? And then you see a bunch of the motherfuckers. You see like about 8 or 9 of them, and they surrounding you, and you could feel their tails brushing against your legs. They poking you. They studying you. And then you feel one of them grab you. One of them grabs you with a hand, but her hands got webs between them, and they pulling you through the water. They pushing you through the water, and you in the middle of the fucking ocean. They drag you from the middle of the ocean all the way to you in the shallows. Not in the shallows, but until you able to touch land with your feet.
The hell
You can
she
feel the
talking
ground
about?
beneath you with your feet. And you like, oh shit. And the whole time that this is happening, you are so in a trance. You can't believe this shit is happening. And so when your feet finally touch the ground,
Okay, there's the chat.
Tails flap away, and they leave you. And you work your way towards land. Okay, you don't know how to swim, but you can feel your feet on the ground.
Rose
So
E says there have been stories about that. I heard some people were abducted by them in return, but came back with special powers.
That shit will put you in a mental hospital. That type of story would make you shut the fuck up and be scared to say anything, because you're scared that they're gonna lock your ass up and put you in a crazy house.
And if Angelo could talk, that's where your ass would be.
Shit like that has happened. Now look at this one. Rose E said there have been stories about that. I heard some people were abducted by them and returned, but came back with special powers. Damn. I would totally do that. If my black ass ended up in a situation listening to stupid ass Brad, because you know Brad loved the water, and some shit happened and there's a storm and my black ass end up in the water and I can't swim and I'm holding on to some little ass punk ass piece of wood. I can't swim. I will go into the water and make a sound. I will go, oh, oh, oh. I will call for the mermaids. What else you got to lose?
Oh my God.
If you've never been out there stranded at sea, you can't swim, you holding on to a little piece of wood that's keeping you afloat. Do you know how terrifying that is? And what do you have to lose but to call for the mermaids? It takes a certain person that believes in magic, that actually believes that there's an other world. Because the average motherfucker will be crying. They would give up and try to drown themselves. That's terrifying. I would call for the mermaids. I'm a crazy motherfucker. I would stick my mouth in the water and scream. Yep. And then I would call for the mermaids. I would call for help. Now they said that there were dolphins.
She would stick her mouth in the water and call for mermaids.
The dolphins will help you. The dolphins will help you. They've had cases with dolphins.
She can't swim.
And they carried your weight.
I'm sure she's not able to talk underwater.
They'll let you ride on their back and they'll
So go ahead and call those mermaids and drown yourself.
You know why dolphins do that? Because of the mermaids. I believe that dolphins and mermaids play together. And because he resembled the mermaid,
she's a waka-waka-doo.
That's why they're so friendly.
Oh, she's gonna ignore those comments about her son being transsexual.
They make those little sounds. They say that dolphins are very intelligent. With them goddamn sharks, boy. Ooh, girl, you gotta see this movie called Open Water.
Saw it.
Now, name your biggest fear. One of my biggest fears is fire. Okay? Fire is, girl. Water, you think water's bad, girl. Picture you leave something on the stove and you wake up and everything is pitch black. And there's smoke everywhere and there's flames all around you. What the fuck are you gonna do? Have you ever thought about that? You ever hear about some people that they die in the fucking building? In a fire, like some people during 9/11? They say you would do anything to escape that shit. The heat, the smoke. These motherfuckers jump out the window. I don't give a fuck about no tornado. If I had to go, listen, out of all the natural things in them, give me a tornado. I'm not dying in nobody's water because I'm scared of drowning. I'm not dying in no water and I'm not dying in no fire. I'll take a hurricane. I will take a hurricane. Give me a hurricane or a goddamn tornado. I don't give a fuck. I'll take a tornado. I don't see what the fuck you're scared about. It's some goddamn wind. The wind gonna pick your ass up, and you probably
that's the only thing she's self-aware about.
Or a piece of board will fall on your ass. Big deal. Okay, I'd rather go that way. I'm not doing no goddamn water, no ocean, deep in the middle of the ocean, or no fucking dying in the pot. You're not doing that. So what you're naming is actually the best way to go.
Somebody tell her that.
Rose B said, Crystal, do you think we will experience an apocalypse given all that is happening? Girl, listen, this is what I think, right? I absolutely believe in that zombie shit. All that shit that you hear about with the zombies and shit, I think that the government be working on them laboratories trying to create dead people so they could eat us. Yeah, I believe in that shit. Can you imagine a zombie, girl? Girl, that shit is scary as fuck. A zombie apocalypse, girl. And you know how many dead people there is?
Could y'all see her as a zombie?
You know how many cemeteries you surrounded by? And I wouldn't be surprised if the government came up with some shit where they release a gas in the air that turns people to zombies. Girl, Corona had me shook as fuck. I'm sorry. Corona had me fucked up.
Did they have one recently in Japan?
Girl, what was you thinking about when Corona happened? Because that shit was, listen, this shit was only 3 years ago, okay? When Corona happened, girl, a motherfucker couldn't even breathe on your dumb ass. Get the fuck away from me. Men wasn't getting no pussy. Them days of running up on a bitch and breathing down her neck. Miss, can I talk to you?
Oh, okay, 10 years ago.
Social distancing. Keep your fucking ass away from me. And for the first time I think in a long time, we realized the power of germs. We realized the power of viruses. If this motherfucker breathe on me, I'm dead.
Don't y'all remember her saying that her and her spells and everything and the other witches with her that their spells were the ones that caused COVID. Do y'all remember her saying that in the live? And now she's talking about how scared she was. Did she not put a protective spell on herself for it?
Can you imagine? I'm sitting across the table from you. We talking and just being that close to you could kill my fucking ass. And there's so much disease out here. Listen, I think the thing that most people are not understanding is all these women that are divesting from male creatures, they not fucking, they not sucking, they not kissing, they not doing none of that. The government is scared because we not fucking no more. We are celibate. So now they scared and they promoting the dating sites heavy because they want us to populate with these male creatures. What's going on with women? And women are real. Women are not. They don't want to be bothered. Okay. A lot of women don't give a fuck about sex. Women don't want to have children.
She was talking about dating sites left and right before
now
COVID.
What they're trying to do, I wouldn't be surprised if you go on a dating sites and they start making it free for women now. Yeah, we're starting to realize we don't want them no more. We don't need them. We want to do our hobbies. We want to travel. We want to. Women are getting in tune with their bodies, and they're masturbating, and they're getting by masturbating. They totally do not need male creatures. They don't want to have children. So all these men running around social media talking about, oh, don't no man want you. If you better tighten up if you want a husband. But the thing is, women don't want that anymore. Because these men are not providing. So the girls are like, get the fuck out of here. What's in it for me? Nothing. I can't get, the baby don't get my last name.
Very true. Very
I get
true.
stretch marks and I get fat and ugly and stretched out from having a baby. There's no guarantee that the baby gonna love me. The baby could shoot me in the face. What the fuck am I doing all this for? Nothing.
And there's no guarantee you're gonna love your child because you don't love the ones you have.
Women are just at the point where they're like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not ain't no benefit in this. Unless he's a fucking close to a millionaire, there's no benefit. Now talk to us, Jody Nori, about these Ukrainian girls on these ads. What is so crazy about that? And here's the thing. These male creatures, right? Have you ever stopped to think they're really fallen? They are hosts of fallen angels. Look at their sperm. Like, why does their sperm look like a snake? And what is the real truth?
Why she keep saying look like a snake?
Are they hosts of the fallen angels? Was this planet at one time all women? They're not gonna say you gonna never tell us that shit. If this motherfucking planet was all women at one time, and we did the Immaculate Conception like Jesus Christ, and Jesus Christ is really a girl. Woo, the Dead Sea Scrolls, the goddamn Apocrypha, Wonder Woman, the Amazons.
Oh my goodness.
They not gonna never tell us what these motherfuckers are. They are girls. What if we find out that these male creatures are really hosts of Satan? And we up here talking about hell and demons and gremlins, and they are the real life gremlins and demons.
Yes, Moonstone. And you complain when you want change. She wants men to change.
They trying to conceal what they are. Girl,
so she can like well, she likes them. She wants them to change so that she can get with one.
Girl. I'm sorry. I think Jesus tried to teach us about the Immaculate Conception and they killed him. They killed her. Because who's to say that Jesus was a man? I mean, because now we're debating. Okay, now we're debating the who was to say
Exactly. You
that
want it to
Jesus
be
was a
better.
fucking man?
Mm-hmm.
What if it was a girl trying to teach us about the Immaculate Conception? You don't need these male creatures. Let's stop this nonsense. All these killings and all of these atrocities. We could stop it right now. No more mating with these male creatures. And they put on a cross. I think Jesus was a girl. I'm starting to think girl, I'm questioning everything now. Because I don't see how a male creature could teach anything about unconditional love. What the fuck do they do about that? They getting scared because they need to make more demons.
That's exactly what she's doing. She wants them to be single like her. She can't get one, so you can't have one either.
I think what they're gonna start doing, and I think that's what that's. Don't be surprised. I think they was already starting.
If these women go on with their lives with or without a man, she's gonna get left behind, and she don't want to be.
I wait. I wouldn't be surprised if they breeding these hoes. We up here thinking that it's just for sex. They probably, who's to say that these motherfuckers got breeding farms and we don't even know about the shit? They're up here promoting it like, oh, sex trafficking. Call your local authorities. Get the fuck out of here, girl. They probably breeding. They are probably breeding us, girl. You don't know what they're doing with these sex trafficking girls. You don't know if that's what they're doing. They're probably making them have children. They got rich men. Pick the girl you want. That's why they go after the young skinny ones. Pick a young girl that you find attractive and breed her fucking ass and make her have your baby. I think that's what they really doing with that goddamn sex trafficking. Because regular women ain't having their kids no more. And you probably got a bunch of girls in a room, scared, huddled together. And a rich man comes and picks the one that he wants. I believe that. I believe that that's how they getting their kids now. The sex trafficking. And they quiet about it. Now, Rose E. said they want to depopulate the earth. Girl. Remember, hosts of the fallen angels? Satan don't like us. God said, be fruitful and multiply. And it's like, nope, nigga, no. Can't do that. I'm gone. I don't like you humans. I want to depopulate I hate humans. I'm going to try to turn men into women, women into men. Everything going to be backwards. All that population, multiply, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I'm going to make it so that men hate women and women hate men. I'll wait. It's already happening. Men hate us. A lot of them hate us. This whole manosphere shit, they hate us.
You.
But my thing is this. You know, what are we doing with these male creatures? Now, we've been taught to love them, marry them, have their children. But how has that worked out for us? And are men as bad as we think they are? Are there good ones? Are there bad ones? I mean, what's really good with these motherfuckers? Are they demons? Are they gremlins? Are they hosts of the fallen angels? Are they the real life Satan?
That's all she has to offer.
We up here looking for Satan. Could men be Satan?
It's sex.
Because they don't have unconditional love. They're the opposite.
All those lives love. That she took down. That's all she talked about.
If there's nothing for me, I'm not doing it.
I can get a Brad anytime. That's all she has to offer. Other than that, she's sitting on her ass.
Okay. I really think they're hosts of the fallen angels. I think we're the original creation, and I think that men are tolerable based on the size of their ego. If their ego is too big, they're not workable. Now, Mistress Scarlett said, we've been taught to love men, while men are taught to run through women. So what's really good here? Because this shit seems one-sided. While men are taught to run through women sexually. So something ain't adding up. Okay? Listen. You're doing too much. Okay? All of these killings and rapes and molestations and abuse. Do you know how many women have been killed, raped, molested, beat the fuck up, cut up, thrown in garbage cans?
No, he's just a paycheck. He is a curse to her, as she said.
Why are we doing this with these creatures? And
male creatures are curses.
What the fuck are we doing with them? It's scary, isn't it? Quadratic. Do we really need them? Because once you take the money out of it, seriously, okay, let's give them what they really want. They sitting there crying about the money. Oh, 50-50, oh, I can't do it, oh, it's too hard. Okay. Oh, I need 2 incomes. Okay. So now that we got to pay for everything on our own, which we were doing before we met you, so 50-50 is a scam. I pay my half, you pay your half. I was paying my half before I met you, sir. So being that we're doing everything on our own, what the fuck do we need them for? Let's really sit there and think about that.
She didn't stop lying.
There's really no
Dan did a whole bunch of shit for her. And he want to buy himself a motorcycle, and she got mad saying that money could have went to her.
Side of the fence. So so you want to drag a kid into it?
She didn't have to work. If she married him, which she don't anyway. So what the fuck is she complaining about? He would have put her in a better house than what she's in right now.
Girl, bye. These motherfuckers ain't working for you, sweetheart. What planet?
You said what? Yeah. After all the shit he bought her, he wanted to buy himself a motorcycle, and she told him no, because that money could go to her. Okay. I mean, he got his motorcycle anyway. Still,
angels, aka Satan, and they acting like Satan. Because the divine said you're supposed to be a protector and a provider, and they're like 50-50, 50-50. So quadratic, sweetheart, stop it. Okay, these motherfuckers are not godly. They don't want to do what the goddess says and work and let you rest in your femininity. They want you out there muling.
Oh, he said that she told him either pay all her bills or she was going to have to open her options. She didn't have to tell him that because he was already going to do that. I mean, he was already buying her shit before they even met in person. And if she had married him, she wouldn't have had to work. But like I said, she wasn't already. But because she demanded it from him, that's where she messed up at. I also believe he he wasn't no damn agent. She just used that shit for people who go against her. She called me an agent too. She called everybody an agent who's against her. But she could have had what she wanted was to sit at home and not work if she had kept her mouth shut. But besides that, he wanted to go out and do stuff, go do activities. She didn't want to. Dan took the time to show him how to make a bologna sandwich or a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and she thought that was a waste of time. Dan would go out there and throw the ball with him. Throw it to the left, throw it to the right, And before you knew it, Angelo anticipated where he was going to throw the ball, and he would be on the side, on the left or right side, getting ready to throw the ball, get ready to catch the ball before Dan threw it. So, as an autistic child, he can learn. It may take him a little while longer, but he can learn. But again, Crystal thinks that shit is a waste of time because it's not about her. She could have had the life she's complaining that she don't have if she would just kept her mouth shut and let Dan, as the man, lead the household, and she could have had the life she keeps talking about. All she had to do is sit back and let him do his thing, and she could have had everything. But no. She had to come out with demands. Now, do it now.
Like a man.
Let me get back on this live.
Made you all those delicious curves and fat booty. She made you to sit down on that motherfucker and paint your toenails. Wait till they dry and then get up and make some food for you.
No, she don't know what to do with them.
She's not supposed to be doing all this work. Being a girl is hard enough. Oh, okay, so listen. It's only going to get worse. Mr. Scarlett said these men are not trying to give most women anything. There was an article that came that said that most young men are dropping out of the workforce because they believe that working a job is lowering their status. Listen, they just want to lay up, fuck.
I said, it's not that it's a waste of time. It's she's afraid. Not needing him anymore.
They are totally taking off their mask. All that shit that they talk about in the Bible, provide and protect, you know, and I know that they don't like to.
Let me stop for a second too. And also, in one of those lives she deleted with the CPS people calling, she said that his school, because he's getting ready to graduate. Angelo's getting ready to graduate, which means that he is going to be home 24/7. And like she said, she don't get no peace until he's at school. So he's getting ready to graduate. No more school. And the school even thought he was ready to be on his own and get a job. She laughed at that, called him stupid. But his school said he's able. I hope he was taken too. You have family what? Let me see that. The extended parts of the family. What you say men are giving up? What are men giving up on? Going to work? Is that what you're saying? That's what she was saying. But like I was saying, he's getting ready to graduate. He's going to be home all the time. She's really going to go crazy. I wonder her being off YouTube had something to do with that knock at the door. I really like to know what happened to Angelo. I forgot the point I was making, so let's just get back to this. Yeah, elaborate on men giving up the workforce. Well, you know what? That's fine, because I ain't taking care of no man. I fear because she doesn't have it.
The word provide.
Let me get back to this.
Pregnant by a man that's 50-50? No. And see, a lot of them, there was another article that said, Mr. Scarlett said, there was another article that said 60% of young men are single. And it's a crisis because they don't want to work.
No, she don't want him to have an independence.
Form relationships. So they're going to die out. They are going to die the fuck out. Natural selection is taking place. They have disobeyed the Bible, and now they're going to get punished. The divine is not playing with them. They're going to die the fuck out. I think what's going to happen is they're going to start having test tube babies. Test tube babies are going to start becoming popular.
Hold on a second. Quadratic equation says married slash in a relationship girls are jealous of single girls too.
A lot of women just don't want to be bothered no more. There's nothing there. Once you take away the money, it's like
I don't understand why people think when you get married your life is over.
Taking care of the child, doing everything. You doing everything by yourself. And this nigga, the one thing that he had to do, he don't want to do that. So what the fuck is girl bond? That's too much work. I'm sorry. Quadratic said being a girl is very difficult. It's so difficult that we're not doing the mommy thing. Okay, a lot of girls are not doing the mommy thing. If you're a mother, you got to do what you got to do. Take care of your child. I get it. But if you're not a mother, you're gonna do everything you can to keep that status. Because these girls without any children, they are looking at the ones that have children, and they shaking their head like, "Wow, you're really struggling." And the girls with kids are hating, and they saying, "Girl, what you waiting on? You 30 now. Have a baby."
I don't know that, Kim Shady. I don't know.
So if you are a single woman and you ain't got no children, no responsibilities, keep it that way. If you are a mother like myself, okay, love your child. Take care of your child.
I would assume that they would continue taking care of him just like, adult.
If you're a single mother and the father is no longer there,
children who've grown into adults that have disabilities continue, helping them financially.
Of the girl that has her freedom, because you remember back in the days, you could just get up and go. And once you become a mother, you can't do that anymore. So that's why I'm telling all of you girls, you are not about this life, okay? They're not going to warn you or tell you, you're going to miss your freedom. They're not going to tell you that. They're going to sit there and let you get pregnant, and now you are tied down.
Yes, SSI is a lifelong, yeah.
Okay, and nobody warned you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are men out there who are single and, are happy being single.
And they're gonna.
I really don't stress over what other people do.
Look at the manosphere. Oh, what are you waiting on? You 27. Hurry up and have a baby.
All this gender war crap and
Because a lot of these guys, they did the
YouTube don't make my life decisions. I make them
now, and they're miserable. They got to pay all this child support, and they're gonna try to be all up in your business, trying to convince you to have one. But study him. He's crying about being broke. He's crying about child support. So don't let these men lie to you and put pressure on you to have a child. Okay? Now, quadratic equation said men make it sound like it's going to be a fairy tale having children. Wow. Listen, the one quote holds in a financial bag is you. So, to really dig in your pocket and pay for another life, don't even have sex. They want you to pay for everything. They want to show up when they feel like it, throw you $50, and you better shut the fuck up and take it.
No, they throw you $50.
Okay?
Or you suck
That's
for it.
That's what they want to do. They want to show up and take the baby to the park and then dump it back home on you. And you pay for everything. And they show up when they feel like it and throw you a few dollars. And they crying about that. So those of you who are dealing with Brad, let's stop lying about Brad. Okay, Brad has dropped the ball, girls. I don't know if you noticed, but Brad, he is not as masculine as he used to be.
Brad dropped
A lot of these
you.
Brads are acting like Tyrone.
Brad
Okay?
dropped you.
All of a sudden, we got a lot of Brads that are couch surfing in their 30s and their 40s. Brad never used to do that. Quadratic equation said, these men don't even be wanting to buy their child's mother a vehicle. They want her suffering and catching buses. I saw that. I saw that. I saw that. Girl, I can't count to you how many times I've seen these women on the bus struggling with the stroller, and she got the child. I just be shaking my head like, where's your man at? Who made you pregnant? And Brad, Brad was the leader, and Brad, gave us hope in men, but he's following Tyrone now. And we must accept this reality that Brad has dropped the ball. A lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them have dropped the ball. And then
y'all realize that she would not be able to say any of this shit if Angelo's father didn't die and leave that money to him. Oh, I got a house, I got a car, I got this, I got that. If he didn't die, she wouldn't have none of that shit. But she act like she literally earned it herself. Y'all realize that? She would be one pushing the stroller, catching the bus if he wasn't 6 feet under. She act like she worked for that shit.
their 30s and now is.
Let me get this live because I paused it. Hold on a second.
Close. And they be whispering and giggling together like little schoolgirls. They probably on the down low having sex with each other. I told y'all, I warned you back in 2019. They are into this gay shit. Heavy. So now, this is a question of hygiene, germs, and diseases. A lot of them, if they are not infected with some kind of STD, they're about to get infected. So this should be a major health scare at this point. But like I said,
what
overpowers reasoning.
Are you serious?
What, this is scary. I'm gonna talk to you. Quadratic equation said, have you seen these very masculine men coming out as bi? This is the beginning of the end. This is the beginning of
yeah, she was acting like a schoolgirl when she was talking about Top Shelf Todd. He gonna take me to Switzerland. But she was fussing with y'all when you asked about going to dinner. I can't find no babysitter to go to dinner. But you gonna talk about going to Switzerland.
With Birdman kissing Lil Wayne in the mouth.
My nephew stays home with his child playing video games while his wife goes to work.
So the word bi,
really,
which stands for bisexual, is going to.
Why is he not working?
Be the bridge between men and women catching diseases.
Why is he not working? I'm curious.
That's what they're doing. Remember in the Bible it said men.
And how old are they?
The
couple, your nephew and his wife.
What the hell did you think they were talking about? Men will be lovers of themselves. And we're, girl, Quadratic, come on now. She said now they are open with it. Yup, they've been wanting to put a penis in their mouth and deep throat it and have sex and do anal sex with each other. They've been wanting to do that. And they secretly jerk off in private to the gay porn. Girlfriend, And this is what you're doing now. And I told you this is going to be.
I understand he's taking care of the child, but why
They feel like
is
we don't
he at
understand
home?
them.
I
They feel like
mean,
a lot of them don't even like us. Okay, and they like other men
did
more than
she
they like us. They want the
always
company of other
make
men.
the
They don't want to hang
more
out with
money
us.
before they
They
had a
don't think
child?
that
Was
we're as
she making
exciting to
more
be around them.
money,
They want to be
and it was
around the
better for the
boys. They
family
play video games. They suck
that
each other off.
somebody had to work, somebody had to stay home? Was
And
she making more money that she kept
yeah.
working and he stayed home? I mean, how did they come to that agreement? I mean, everybody's
Okay,
relationship is
quadratic
how they
says
want it to
it's
be.
very
I'm just
common
curious
for
to how that
bisexual
decision
and
came.
gay men to have HIV. It's like catching a cold for them. So now we got the truth. This shit is common now. It's like catching the flu. Oh my God. Quadratic said, "Yup," because they can be a savage and be as wild as they want. Yup, they have animal sex. They have. Have you ever watched gay porn? It's animalistic. Okay. Now with girls,
She's the
you gotta
breadwinner,
be
and
gentle. They ask you when they first do.
I'm gonna pause. She's the breadwinner, and she's white. I was about to ask the race. I was about to ask if she was white, simply because I had 3 interracial neighbors, and all of them were black male, white woman, and all 3 of them, the man stayed home, the woman went to work, whether they had children or not, because one couple didn't. Their children were grown and out of the house, but she worked and he didn't. And just on that experience alone, I thought, oh, okay, I bet she's white. But if she wasn't, that was fine. But I was just curious about that. I was curious. So how old are they? I'm gonna get back to the live in a minute, but I want to know how old are they. Come on now. Don't want any dead silence here. Hello, hello. Well, I'll get back to the live. I'm waiting on your answer though.
Mistress Scarlett said, "I had a nasty man ask me to peg him." I was like, "What the fuck?" See, I told you. Quadratic said, "Men are very bored with heterosexual sex, and the incels resort to gay sex."
She's in her early 30s and he's in his mid 20s.
Imagine 15 years from now. No, I don't want you to run away.
She's in her early 30s and he's in
I want
his
you to really
mid 20s.
sit down and visualize what I'm telling you. If they're coming out the closet now, talking about, "Can you peg me? Can you look my behind? Can you do this? Can you do
one more
that?"
thing.
And
Whose
try to act
idea
like
was it for
straight,
him to stay home?
give it 10 more years. They're gonna be bold
7
as
years
hell
apart.
about it.
Okay.
And they're not gonna care if you think it's nasty.
Was he working anytime during their marriage?
Oh, okay, so this is what's going on. Quadratic said these incels hop right on the gay dating app called Grindr when they can't find. Get the fuck out of here. Let me read that one more time. Those incels hop right on the gay dating app called Grindr when they can't find a woman. Damn.
He never worked during their relationship. Well, in that case, she knew what she was getting into. She made that choice. That choice is hers.
Sex. They jump between Match.com and Grindr all the time. This is scary. And all these diseases are going past by
Never worked.
HIV, AIDS, goddamn.
Well, I'm not going to get a man that never works.
HPV. Girl. They don't even know what they want. They're not in tune with their manhood. And they're trying to rationalize.
I've been in relationships where I made it more.
Well,
we were both in management, and I made a little bit more. He still paid the bills,
I'm not the
and whenever we were able to have the same day off, which was rare,
logic.
and we go to Florida for a day, I paid for the vacation. But other than that, he took care of the bills. Although he made a little less than I did, he took care of the bills. He wanted to.
I didn't take something up my behind, so I'm not.
Every relationship is different. Do what works for you, but I'm definitely not going to be with a man who does not ever work.
I'm scared. Now, let's look at this, sweetheart.
Or never has.
All that top, bottom stuff, it doesn't matter. They're turned on by men, period. They really are. And they're mad at us because, you know, society pushes us on them. I really think the whole thing. You took 2 years.
Why'd you take 2 years off?
Maybe that's why they kill us so much. Have you ever stopped to think why men kill women so much? Because they don't like us. Now, Mr. Scholar said, my dad asked me, was I talking to any men? I said no. And I said, I can't stand these motherfucking men. He said, damn.
If you end up, having a child or children and one of you decide to stay home, yeah, the one who makes more money should be the one who's working. Most of the time that's men. And in these occasions, it's the woman, because at the end of it all, you got to do what's best for the family. And more money is better than less money, no matter who's bringing it in. But to meet a man, date a man, and marry a man who never worked, I can't do that. You didn't want people to be in your face. You stopped working because you didn't want people to be in your face? Is that what you said? Oh, are you married, or you have a girlfriend while you took these 2 years off? Basically, how are you supporting yourself financially is what I'm getting at.
Is that bad out there?
Get this live going again.
Asian. She says a lot. Asian. She says a lot of these violent men are Asian. She says a lot of these violent men are.
You didn't want to work from home? That's a good question.
She says a lot of these violent men are Asian. She says a lot of these violent men are probably Asian. She says a lot of these violent men
savings.
Are Asian.
Were you single?
She says a lot of these violent men are Asian.
During your 2 years off?
She says a lot of these violent men are probably Asian. She says a lot of these violent men are probably Asian. She says a lot of these violent men are Asian. She says a lot of these violent men.
Hold up, is the live stuck? Hold up. Is it stuck? Oh my goodness. Let's see.
Are we even a part of their fabric? Do we count? Maybe women have nothing to do with their gayness.
Not married.
I just don't think that they like the fact that
not married.
Exist, because they know that men get turned on by women just like they get turned on by men. They don't want any competition.
So you were living alone.
They want all the men to
supporting yourself off your savings. That's what you're saying.
Being forced to live heterosexual lifestyle while they sneak around with the gay guy. They're tired of us. They don't want to be the second runner-up. They want to be the main course. Okay, let's read all of these important comments. Quadratic said, I think they do want to be girls. They want to be treated like women, and they're mad that they aren't treated as such, says Mr. Scarlett. That's what it is. They want the door open for them. Look, the masculine ones really want a boyfriend.
Okay.
They want a feminine
So
boyfriend.
you and your girlfriend were living together, and you were supporting yourself from your savings.
They really don't want us. They want a feminine man. You know, the ones that talk like, hey, girl.
I think that's what you're saying.
They want that to be their little boyfriend, their little punk prison bitch. And, you know, they want that to be their man, but they can't really go for those type of bottom men because they're scared of what people will think about them. They're scared that society won't accept it. This is so weird. And, you know, now that we're having this discussion, it would be interesting if a gay man joined this chat and told us the truth. That this is
You're
what
almost
really
retired.
Want.
How old are you?
Maybe we're forcing something on them that they really don't want.
Crystal Swirlz just said she wanted a gay man to join the chat.
They're not connecting with us. Emotionally, they're not falling in love with us. They're pumping and dumping us.
I would love to see how that conversation goes.
They want the same level of intimacy emotionally as we do. They just want the regular sex, and that's where it ends. They don't want to do the falling in love, girly thing. I love you too. They don't want that. They just want straight sex. And the only one that understands that is other men. This is crazy. Have we been lying to these men the whole time?
I couldn't financially support a man either, not unless, we were married for a long time.
Especially another man.
And something happened to where he couldn't work anymore. You know, I would do it like that, but going in from the beginning supporting, no. You said your early 40s, okay. Retired early.
What was your other statement, sweetheart? Let me scroll up. Let me scroll up. Okay. What was your other statement? Because I pretty much read your statement. Let me see if I'm missing something. They tried to make us say that these trans are women. My brother got mad at me, and he won't hang out with me because I don't believe trans women are real women. It's a man in a dress. I mean, at this point in time, do we even want to deal with real people? When, you know, the risk for catching HIV now is pretty high. If you're fucking around with them.
Trans women aren't real women, and I hate that cis women shit too.
A lot of them are going both ways now, and we just need to accept the facts. Stop fighting it.
To each your own, but
this is what they're doing now.
Trans women are not
going both ways.
That is the new they're not women.
Straight. Bisexuality is the new straight.
Bisexuality is the new straight.
And then you got to worry about, if you do get a man, you got to worry about these bisexual men that are on the down low, trying to be friends with him, trying to draw him into their degeneracy. You know, so, you know, because they want the straight ones, the good-looking ones that are straight. They want to be friends with them. They want to offer them a BJ and try to turn them out. So you're fighting not only for your own life,
right?
You're fighting for you know, your child's life, you know,
Why work
wow.
hard
This is a matter
for
of
the
life and
system
death
in
at this
other
point. I mean,
countries to
if you
take
don't
it?
mind being HIV positive, then fine. But if
I
you
can't
like
stand
being
being
HIV
called sis
negative
like they
and not
want to
having any kind
rename
of
us so
disease,
they can feel like,
you might want to choose something.
yeah.
Okay.
Let me tell y'all, I I went to get me a new primary care doctor, I think it was last week. And it it actually, where it said, gender and everything, male or female, and then it had uh non-binary and all these other choices. I'm like, they really have this on the application now? They actually have non-binary on the application. I don't. Let me stop the lie for a minute. I don't understand this non-binary stuff. The them they, because them and they is more than one person, and you're not more than one person. And if you put, you're going to the doctor. You're either male or you're female, because putting this non-binary, it's not. If you're a man, you're gonna go get your prostate checked. If you're a female, you're gonna go get you're gonna see a gynecologist. I mean, this non-binary stuff, it's just crazy to me. If you want to live your life doing do that, but when it comes to stuff like going to the doctor, you're male or female, so they know how to treat you for male or female shit. If you are in the Olympics, you need to compete with the genders that you were born with, because it tests ability, agility, stamina, and so forth. So if you want, you need to compete in those terms with biologically with the gender that you were born with. Other than that, do what you want to do. Now the bathroom issue, that's a whole nother story. I'm not even gonna go into the bathroom issue, but when it comes to stuff like the Olympics, it wasn't right for that that guy, that trans woman, to compete with those biological women in the gymnastics or the swimming or whatever it was, and then he swept all the medals. That wasn't fair. That was not fair. But I'm gonna get off of that. I'm gonna get off of that. I'm gonna read y'all's comments, and then we're gonna get back to this live. See what y'all said. How can anyone bring a child into this? I don't know. I yearn for a simpler time. So do I. So do I. But I was just really shocked to see that non binary as a choice when I was filling out my paperwork for my doctor. I was like, I mean, what if you're a patient, you're a doctor, and your patient's name is, let's see, well, Chris. Most of the time you probably think Chris would be a guy first. I'm trying to find one. Somebody give me a name, a neutral name that you really don't know if it's a guy or girl until you see them in person. Because I mean, a girl could be named Chris, but 9 times out of 10, Chris is a boy anyway. Somebody give me a name. That's another name that's gender neutral. I'm trying to think. Stacy. Well, that yeah, Stacy too. But I would probably think they'd probably think Stacy was a girl more than a guy on that as well. Dominique. Dominique. Shannon's a good one. We'll go. Yeah, Shannon. Yeah, yeah. Okay, Shannon. We'll take Shannon. You're a doctor. You got a new patient named Shannon, and they say they're non-binary. If you're not a specialist, as in you specialize in male this or gynecology, you're a primary care doctor. Let's just go there. And you have a patient named Shannon, and they put themselves as non-binary. You don't know to prepare if you're going to check the prostate or give a gynecological exam. You don't know until they walk in the door. The doctor should be male or female. That way they know how to prepare to treat you before they man, this is crazy. This is crazy. Yes, yeah, exactly. It is. It's that's what I'm saying. Yes, it's necessary. So you know what you need to do. Mm-mm-mm. Any of y'all like Sam Smith? Or any of y'all like fans of Sam Smith's music? What do you think about him identifying as non-binary now? I mean, I still like him as an artist. I would just send this you used to what changed the him coming out in his unholy video? Is that what changed your mind, Moonstone? Your eye. Yeah, yeah. I was like, I was shocked. Demi Lovato too. I haven't heard anything from her lately, but yeah, when I saw that unholy video, I was like, what? But at the same time, I mean, the song is called Unholy. You you think it was gross? I I'm not gonna say gross. I mean, he's a gay man, you know. I expected the flamboyancy of it. Oh, she's non-binary too. Oh boy. Okay. And I mean, the title of the song is Unholy. So, although I was shocked at the video, the title of the song and the visual, I mean, they go together. So, from the art side of it, I mean, he was the video went with the song. Now, when he got into that other one he's got called I'm Not Here to Make Friends, that was, I mean, it's like he took a little Lady Gaga and Madonna and put it together. Woo! I was like, whoa, Okay, that's a lot. That was a lot. But I mean, he's an artist. I mean, no different from the shock that what's his face, Lil Nas X, and his poor Madonna. I know she looks swollen in the face, but Lil Nas X in his video, oh damn, with Jack Sparrow, whatever his name is, the prison song. That took me by surprise too when they were dancing naked in the shower. What y'all say? I know some nurses who say this. Yes, and they should that because I mean in any kind of emergency you don't want to be checked female, and then when you go up under the gown, it's a male. Yes, yes, Boy George, exactly, exactly. Mr. David Boy George, we knew what was up, but it was about his me. And and you can say the same thing about Elton John too. Elton John too was about the music. I mean, he wore a boa every now and then, but music has changed. I mean, I still like Sam Smith. I've got Unholy in my playlist. Not sure about the There to Make Friends, but I got Unholy. That beat. I'm sorry, that beat. Boom boom. Doo, doo, I like it. I can't help it. But I mean, like I said, to each his own. Live your life. Sam ain't hurting me. I don't understand it, but I'm not gonna hate it. It's not bothering me. Why am I so why am I so surprised about what? About Sam or when the archaeologists dig us up, they're going to know us as man or woman. Yes, that's right. Why are you at Liberace? Yes, he was gay, but we didn't. And what's his face too? As fine as he was, George Michael. He let you know if he was comfortable in his own skin. He didn't pretend to be someone he's not. Very true. Unless they investigate. Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. But I think I mean, the whole, cis women, cis men, stop all that. Stop that. If he used, he used to be just a gay man. Now oh, you're talking about Sam Smith. Yeah, what's with the change? That's what I don't get. There's too many there's too many. I just knew it's going to marry Boy George. There's just too many choices. When he came out, like, damn, I, yeah. I mean, looking when he came, as far as when he came out, and then looking back at "Wake Me Up Before You Go Go," I was like, yeah, I can see it. I can see it. It was there. He was too pretty, and then them little shorts too. But yeah, 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 yeah. I I don't understand the non-binary. And when I was in school, them and they was two or more people. So how are they going to teach that now in school? Yeah, he was pretty. Because I was reading an article about Sam Smith and the Grammys and him and Kim Petras. which I didn't even know about her that she was a trans. She's trans too. I didn't even know that. I mean, she got the full whole operation back when she was like 16. So, you know, we should have known Joy. Like, he was so handsome and he could sing. Yeah, that's true. Yep, yep. But Sam, I'm not surprised by Sam being a gay man. But I mean, he went from just a regular looking white guy into this. I mean, he's gone beyond Liberace flamboyancy. He's gone beyond little X flamboyancy. Little Nas X. He's gone beyond that. But I mean, if he's happy with himself, because I read he was depressed before that, before he came out and accepted himself. But what I was saying about the article I was reading, they were like Sam Smith, blah blah blah. They this. I'm like they. Wait, who they talking about? They. I'm like, oh, they is them is Sam Smith. See that they is too confusing. They is more than one person. So the articles are saying they, them, they. I knew he was gay, but the devil stuff was too much. Yeah, that video that I watched it once. I was like, "Ooh, that's a lot." And the blood in the shoes. When I was growing up, it was just lesbian, gay, bisexual, and now things are, yeah, all this other stuff is coming up. Something to do during the pandemic. Well, they're doing a lot. They are doing a lot. They're doing a lot. But I mean, I still like some of Sam's music. I don't think I've heard every song, but I have my choices like just like any other artist. I gotta stop smoking, making my voice hoarse. What are y'all saying? Oh, you talking about the devil stuff at the Grammys was too much. Well, it got people talking, that's for sure. I didn't watch the actual Grammys, but I did see the performance, clips here on YouTube. And I would say for national TV, it probably was a bit too much. It probably was for national TV. Oh, a pretty voice, thank you. Are we talking about one day or many days? Oh, oh, well, since we're on the subject of Sam Smith, have y'all seen his video "Gimme Gimme" with those two women? Have y'all seen that video? Cause that one, I don't, what they call her, the reggae, uh, yeah, he's got a video called "Gimme Gimme." It's oh goodness, what is the name? Where is my other phone? But there is a girl in there. She sings reggae, and I mean, she sounds good. I ain't never heard of her, and if it wasn't for that video, I never would have. But y'all gotta, yeah, if you gotta see that video, you ain't gotta watch the whole thing. But he goes, it's him and these two other women, and they're going to this club to go dancing. Sam Smith, he's got on a black t-shirt. He's got some kind of jacket on. It's kind of like hanging off his shoulders. Got his glasses on, and they're shimmying through the club. Sam Smith has got on these jeans, right? And it's something that there's some line about somebody looking at his bun or something. And it's a quick, I mean like 2 seconds. And the back side of him, but the jeans they're cut like little strings, so his ass is just out there, but it's like 2 seconds of it. Some designer made it for him, but yeah, you just see this white ass. But I mean, forget Prince with his ass out of his pants. It ain't. Prince was more covered up. I'll just say that. But it's called Gimme Gimme. Gimme, 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 what I want. What I want. Y'all should check it out. But anyway, let's get back to see what Crystal Swirlz is talking about. I'll pause on me. She may not be live anymore.
Be focused on your happiness. Okay? Because the world is about to turn topsy-turvy.
If y'all want to leave and go check out that Gimme video and come back, we can talk about it. I'll still be here.
They get down to the lowest of the low. Okay? They want our children. This is what they want. Okay? They're coming for our children. They're talking about children have rights to choose which gender they want to be. Children have rights. So after they accomplish that, which they already have, you pick the box. Boy, girl, other. Okay, they've accomplished that. Okay.
Mr. Scarlett says the word cis sounds like close to the word cyst, as in CYST. So they're trying to say we are a low cis. We are a cis, low key, as we are a problem because a cis is a problem.
We are headed.
That's very interesting.
Children are going to have the right to choose who they want.
Crystal is topsy-turvy. She a lot of shit.
Intimate with. Okay? They're going to say, I have the right as a child to physically engage with whoever I want. Okay? As long as the child agrees to it and is a willing participant, then there can be no charges filed. This is what they're doing now. Okay?
Say what?
And this is why they gave the children the phones. So the children can watch gay porn, bisexual porn, animal porn, and all type of freaky, crazy shit. Okay. They want the child. So these kids now that are 15, 16 years old, 14 years old, all right, when we were their age, we were not as advanced as these kids are now. Because these kids, back in the day, we snuck off. If we wanted to learn about sex, we grabbed a Playboy magazine. We got excited,
She's talking about kids grabbing phones now looking at porn. But a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, she was talking to a 14-year-old on her own live, telling them to play with themselves and watch porn. So now she's against it?
They want a whole new generation of kids that grew up on the cell phone. Okay? Quadratic said they got babies, toddlers, tweens, and teens watching drag queen shows and participating. Oh, yeah, RuPaul's Drag Race? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. These teenagers are watching those type of shows. And so what they did was they said, you know what, in order to expose them to this type of lifestyle, boys dressing up like girls, let's have a reality show called RuPaul's Drag Race, where we're telling boys it's okay to put on makeup and a dress and act like you're a girl. That's fine. Okay. Rose E said, I don't want to even think of this, but how can a child survive an 8-inch penis? This is horrible. Well, let me help you out, Rose E. They don't care if the child is, okay, can survive it. Okay. They don't care. All they care about is their pleasure. They care about corrupting something that's innocent. Okay. They don't care about the safety of the child. So, that's
You don't
why
care about the safety of
girls
your
shouldn't even
child.
have children. Okay? Because what they're doing is they're going to try to come for your children. It's that simple.
Oh, she's back on this shit
Now, Rose
again.
E said they will also legalize marrying dogs. That's another one.
Legalize
The next
marrying
thing, after they
dogs.
conquer the children, I told you these are demons, right? Now do you believe me when I say male creatures are serpents of Satan? That's why their sperm looks like a serpent. Okay, the next thing they're going to come for is the animals. Okay? If the pedophiles get their way, the animal lovers are going to demand rights next. Well, if they can have sex with a child, how come I can't have sex with a donkey? How come I can't have sex with my dog? And it's never going to end.
She'll answer any question that fits her narrative at the moment.
Okay, Rose E said, but where is the divine feminine to protect us? This is why I'm starting my own Coven. Because you're about to see some shit you ain't never seen. And that's why it's important for you to find like-minded black women and start doing your woo-woo. Okay? Be celibate, do your witchcraft, lay low, and watch the world go up in smoke. Because it's about to get ugly with these male creatures. Their degeneracy, it never ends. And I feel sorry for the animals, because they're not stopping. They're cutting down the rainforest.
Oh, you watched the Gimme video? Thank you for warning about his ass. Did you watch the whole thing or just up to that part?
Their big truck.
Did you watch the whole thing?
That's why I came back for some of my girls. Okay? Because
yeah, I don't know who she is. I never heard of either of those artists with him.
The Divine Mother is looking at this, and she is just disgusted. She's like, oh my Jesus. I made these creatures. Think about, she made us to submit to men. For them to
what you think of it
and provide for us and rescue us and jump in the front of us to protect us. Okay? And to rub our stomachs when we're pregnant and say sweet words to us and make us and take off their jacket when we cold and pull out our chair and act like we are fragile creatures that they adore. And she made us to fall in love with them, but they're making it hard to do that. They're making it extremely hard to fall in love with them. Okay? And, the gay ones are corrupting the straight ones. Okay?
Oh, you saw that
The straight
video
ones
too?
are becoming frustrated with us. Okay. And the powers that be making everything expensive, so these male creatures cannot have families. They cannot provide for us because everything is so expensive. So now you need 2 people working instead of 1. So this is
Didn't you think Lady Gaga and Madonna mixture more Madonna than Lady Gaga in that video?
Imagine a world where everything was affordable and a man could work in a factory.
Oh, I'm not homophobic. I'm homophobic. I was just
job. The wife
shocked.
is happy, he's happy. They don't want that. Okay.
If we're talking about the
making
Felt more,
everything
yeah, me
expensive.
too. Me too.
So you need to understand that
But
we're not cash
also
poor.
I also watched him give the backstory on the unholy and the um I'm not here to make friends songs. And the unholy was, it more or less started out as a joke, but he wanted to you know, he um they wanted to, I guess, kind of put a spotlight on like the burlesque dancing and stuff like that. And with and some other stuff he said, I can't remember. And with the song I'm not here to make friends, that was him pretty much. I think he was out there trying to date, and the people he was meeting, they weren't necessarily, like, I guess, dating material, and he's got enough friends is basically what he was saying. He don't need any more friends. And that's where the song I'm not here to make friends comes from. Now the video, I can't explain that part. But that's where the song I'm not here to make friends. He don't want any more friends. He wants a relationship. So I did listen to his explanation on the backstory of those songs slash videos.
They want men to hate women and women to hate men. And so far it's working. So far it's working. No,
But
I have
I gotta
not
look
heard
up
High
Demi
Power
Lovato because
podcast.
I ain't heard
But
nothing
thank you for
from
putting her
her.
name in the chat.
I haven't
And after I get off of this
in
thing,
a
I'm gonna
long
run over there
time.
and see what she's talking about. Okay, cause girl, I'm not gonna be on this bitch. I just came back to get my girls to put my number in the chat and let you girls know that I am definitely gonna do my Coven thing. Let her take over. I will be listening to her because I'm not gonna be on here. Voices like mine and hers are becoming more and more scarce. So
I
whoever's
don't
left,
understand either.
this high powered girl,
I
you
really
gotta
don't.
check her out and see what she's talking about. Cause
Some
I'm not
people
gonna be
say
on
he
here and I'm
sold
looking for
himself to
somebody
the
that's
devil.
like minded, like myself. So that's the end of my live. I hope you enjoyed it. My number is in the chat. Put it out one more time, Rose Eve. Where's my moderator? Quadratic. Before you
904
go, put my number in the
554
chat. Let's end it on
6758.
a good note. For
Is
those
that the
of you
number
who
she
are
gave?
interested in the craft, okay, and you want to form a coven with me and a few other girls, the number is 904 554 6758.
Oh, okay.
You
Yes,
could
it
put
is.
that in the chat, and we definitely are going to do our Coven thing. This should be fun, girls. All right. Let's check out this new podcast called High Powered Pre. I'm gonna check her out right now. High Powered Podcast. That's the end of my live. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Thanks, Quadratic. I love y'all. Bye.
He don't think he's, what would he say? I guess he feels like he's not as relevant as he used to be. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, he did that one song. He did a lot of love song, dancing with a stranger with Normani. You know, I don't know. I do have a question though. Why, as far as gay men go, the ones who are, I guess, a little more feminine, why do they have to go over the top with it? Just be a gay guy. Need it for shock value and attention. You know what? Maybe so. I mean, it worked for a little Nas X. I mean, he went from Old Town Road, cowboy hat and all, down to the devil stuff and hot pink prison gear. Oh, it's crazy. Shop value and clout. Yeah, yeah. And people are talking about that Grammy performance. I actually saw flipping through. He's a demon. Flipping, going through YouTube suggestions. I came across Candace Owen, and she was talking about it. And one of his dancers from the video, from the Unholy video, responded to her. I don't remember what she said, what he said. I didn't even watch the whole thing, so I don't even know what she said to him either. I don't really watch Candace. What are y'all saying here? Uh-oh, let's see what y'all see in the chat. Come up. Claim they're making fun of Christians who say they're sinful, so they associate themselves. Yeah, yeah. I think that's something like that dancer had said. Yeah, he said something along those lines. mm, 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 mm. But I just never understood some gay men with, just going way over the ones who are feminine, going just way over the top. Because women, most, don't act like the feminine gay guys do, at least in my opinion. Have you guys seen, switching up, have you guys seen the Chris Rock's Netflix special where he addresses Will, Jada, and the slap? I haven't had a chance to look at it, but I did look at Marlon Wayans' God Loves Me, and he talked about it, and that shit was hilarious. Yeah, 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 you're right. Well, Crystal Swirlz has gathered her girls for this coven. I'd really, really like to see her operate Zoom. I really like to see her try and operate a Zoom meeting. This is crazy. Of course, you guys know she'll be back eventually. She was gone for what, a month maybe? Let's see, not yet, but he got criticized for making fun of his people. Who, Chris Rock? She'll embarrass herself like she did on TikTok. Yeah. Is she even still on TikTok? You said not yet, but he got criticized for making fun of his people. What did he say? What did Chris Rock say? What do you mean by his people? You talking about black people or people in Will's camp or his camp? What do you mean by his people? I have nothing but time on my hands. What do you mean, Moonstone? I'm lost. Sorry. I should have did this on StreamYard. They could drop a link and y'all could come up and actually talk and tell me what you're talking about. I only did StreamYard once, and that was about a year ago, and it took about 3 hours to figure that shit out. That TikTok she made thirst trapping. Oh yes, I'm gonna meet my bride on here. Brad. I wonder if she's still offering that $1,000. Come spend a week with Big Mama. I'm waiting on what Chris Rock said about his people. Yeah, I'm gonna try and figure out how to work StreamYard the next time Crystal Swirls comes up. YT. Hey, oh, it blocked your comment. Go figure. Well, I guess I'll just have to wait and watch and see for myself. But if I decide to do a StreamYard, y'all gonna come up? Because if not, then I just won't do it. Because, like I said, it took me 3 hours to figure it out the first time. If one of the TikTok brides do go through with it, I can't wait to hear the story they tell. I want to ask them. How many roaches they count on the floor? He triggered black people? Uh-oh. Well, it's not like he never talked about black people before. I would try and come up. I'm shy. Yeah, well, okay. Well, you can be behind your avatar. I just want to know if people come up and just, talk. You ain't gotta stay a long time. Just come up and share your thoughts on whatever she's saying. But it'll take me a minute to figure it out because I hadn't done it in over a year. Making fun of black complexion. Oh, okay, okay. Hmm. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna keep this up. I'm gonna keep this up. If for some reason, occasionally on these lives, YouTube has blocked, they've turned off the comment section. So if it is turned off, I didn't do it. But yeah, I'll keep this up. I will keep this up. I will definitely keep it up. You know, no, he don't trigger me either. As a matter of fact, when I was watching that Marlon Wayans special, Marlon Wayans was talking about how Chris Rock was like different shades of black. He was eggplant black, and then dull black, and some other kind of black. But that Marlon Wayans "God Loves Me" special, that shit was funny. That shit was funny. I saw that today. That's on HBO Max. But let's see. Oh, you let's see. What was funny as hell, the Chris Rock or the Marlon Wayans? You're sad that the live where Maestro called in isn't up anymore. Which live you talking about? Mine or Crystal Swirls? Oh, where my show came. What, on my channel or Crystal Swirl's channel? Oh yeah. Okay, because I know I took some stuff down, but I don't recall taking Crystal Swirl stuff down. Yeah, she don't keep stuff up. I wonder why she took it down. There must have been something on there that she realized she contradicted herself on. Hey, there's Dan. Crystal Swirls was just here on to say that she's not here on YouTube because it's I forgot what she said, toxic or whatever, but she just came on here to gather her girls up for a coven, and they're gonna do, text each other or do Zoom calls, and because Crystal's not gonna do Zoom. She can't even work two phones. So how's she gonna do Zoom? What's going on, Dan? You did a live about it while she was on her live, and he called in several times. Yeah, okay. I remember, yeah. But I'm just saying there had to be something on there where she contradicted herself, because her and her little group going in on him, that wouldn't have been taken down. So it had to been something on there for her to take it down. I don't know where she is. Doing her own thing, I guess. I'm assuming, since I used to mod for Crystal Swirl, I'm assuming that I used to co-host over there. I don't anymore. I don't know what she's doing, and that's that. Do I still have it in my archive? Um, is it not up on my channel? Cause I don't think I took that. Let me look on my other phone. I don't think I took it down. It's not there. Did I? Wait a minute. Did I accident? Well, if I did delete that one, that was accidental because I don't recall. Oh, that. Let me check my. Let me check. It's not there. What the hell? Seriously, I'll have to look. Every time Crystal has a live that doesn't go well, she takes it down. Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. I knew hers would be down. Oh, I mean, if it is, but mine. Let me see. Uh, let's see. Hopefully, doing all of this. Let me see. Videos. Look at my playlist. Oh, my Crystal Swirl stuff here. Shoot, that was so while ago. I'm gonna scroll. Let's see. My live with him. There was so well. There, I mean, there were several lives with her and Maestro. What you know? What? Let me. I'll have to look through it after this. After I end this, but I don't. I don't. If it is gone, that was by mistake. Let's see. Oh, Dan, they're talking about. I guess they're talking about the live that I had of Crystal's live with Maestro. They don't see it. Yeah. I have to figure out what the title. Well, his name has to be in the title of it. I would think it was. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me skim through here a little bit. But yes. As far as you brought her up because I brought her up because the last live I watched on this channel, she no, she's never been over here on my channel. I was on hers. The only time I've had somebody, up on the panel here, over here, was when I was interviewing Maestro. He's the only guest I've ever had. So if you saw me and her together on panel, it was on her channel, and that was pretty much like a year ago. Let's see. Mm-mm. Let's see. Crystal leaving. Valentine's, two men heritage. CPS calls. Christmas Square. She's Angelo. Brad. Let's talk about it. Swirlz. Um, I'm doing a quick look and actually kind of doing a quick skim through. I'm not seeing it either. Uh, well, I'll do a better look. I guess I have to go on my computer and go into the studio and see what's going on. But yeah, if I definitely didn't mean to take that down. Yeah, it was a long time ago. And of course, y'all see Coco Morena ain't over here no more either. I don't know what her problem was that day, but I'm not having that shit. What she say? Yeah, a record. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. What did she say? Chris, Coco Morena. Let me see. What happened there? Of course, okay, I've been doing my video. Ooh, sorry, my throat. I've been, where's my water? Hold up, y'all. Mm. Okay, I've been doing my videos, and I think there was some crazy, silly movie I was watching about some sex doll robots or something. just some random shit I was putting up. But she was commenting a lot off the topic, trying to get me to talk about who, I can't even pronounce your name here in the chat, who he's asking about. She would make comments here under this video, that video, over here, over there, trying to get me to make a comment. And I did make one. It was mostly towards Mr. him. And I forgot, she was saying, I said something she didn't agree with, and I told her, let's just agree to disagree. And then she came back with telling me that she was going to educate me and that this one was for free. And oh shit, I wish I could remember, because I knew I took that shit down. I did not mean to delete the Crystal Swirlz video with Maestro if I did. Her shit, when her comments I took, I didn't know videos down, but I erased her comments. But anyway, I said we'll just uh, agree to disagree. And she came back with that educating me comment. And it was something else she said too. But I basically told her that yeah, she told me, she said, do you know how dumb you sound? I basically told her I had enough of her shit. She's not gonna keep coming over here trying to get me to comment on Miss, you know, and that I did once, and that was it. She's running around YouTube over here, over there, trying to get in where she can fit in, and that her time is up on my channel in my comment section, and I told her to get the fuck on. And that was it. I ain't heard from her since. So that was that. But she did happen to find one, as she likes to call a naker. She found one whose channel that she likes, and she was trying to get me to watch him, watch him, watch him. You should watch him. You should watch him. I don't need her telling me who I can and cannot watch. And basically, this guy, he was talking about the black, the 5 black cops who beat up that Tyree Nichols guy. He doesn't, his from what I looked at a little bit of his channel, he talks about what's going on in the news. AK Nation or some shit like that, he called himself. But she agrees with what he agrees with, and she was trying to get me to watch. I watched his one video with the Memphis police, but that was it. I mean, agree, disagree, I don't really remember, but I don't know why she was over here to begin with, but she gave me a reason not to have her over here anymore. So I gave her walking papers. But that's Coco Morena. Her time is up on your channel. Okay, don't let the direction on your way out. Naker, yeah. You don't know what that is. That is oh, that's the word. That okay. Anyway, when Kobe died, and that news reporter, she mixed up Naker with the N word, and it kind of blended in together, and now black men are nakers. Just for the safety of the YouTube algorithm, y'all are nakers. That's the definition in short. Yeah, I can't believe you haven't heard that. So, what sector of YouTube do you listen to? Dan, how is it in Dubai, by the way? When you're coming back to the States? Oh, no, it'll never leave until Crystal Swirlz comes up with a new one. I really, why is black women using it? Because they needed a safe word that they could use in relation to black men, besides saying, oh, why is, yeah, but instead of saying black men, they just gave another, you know, divestors. We have divestors use it. Let me change that. Yes, divestors use it. Shouldn't say black women. Yes, divestors use it. You're right, Kim Shady. You're right. Call me in. Hey, hey, Bronze. I don't. I don't use. I don't call women naked. I don't even like the other N word with the A on it. I just don't. Wish everybody stop doing that shit. Oh goodness. Yeah. But I will definitely try if, when, not if, when Crystal Swirls comes back, I will try and do it through StreamYard. She claims to hate white women, but they're using a word that was created by a white woman. Make it make sense. You're right. You know what? You're exactly right. Yes. You're exactly right, because it was a white woman who made that mistake. That oops. Don't you love the fuckery? Oh, it surely took off. Once it made its way to YouTube, it took off overnight. You just wonder why CS had PSD from her Brooklyn Project days. Yeah, well, I don't know. That last CPS knock at the door scared her off YouTube. So it might be a while. I would say if this Coven Zoom text thing doesn't work out, she'll be back. Never been attracted to him. I can understand that. I can understand that. I mean, growing up military, I spent my elementary years kindergarten through 5th grade. I grew up in California. You love to see train wreck. Yeah, train wrecks are good. I grew up in California as far as my elementary years. Um, 6th grade through, let's see, 6th grade through, well, 6th grade through 11th grade, I was in the west part of Tennessee, and then 12th grade, they moved us to Georgia. Now, when I moved to Georgia, that's where I moved to a predominantly black city, or as Crystal Swirl would say, Blackistan. And that's where I really, and we weren't living on a military base anymore after that. And that's where I really got into the question of why I sound the way I do. CPS, I wonder who would have called me. Oh, they already know. They already know. You told me I could tell it, Dan. But 12th grade, predominantly black city, and that's especially where I really got the why are you trying to sound white? Why are you trying to act like you white? Why are you talking like that? And after a while, I got tired of hearing that shit. You mainly like Asians? Okay. That's why I really got tired of hearing that shit. I mean, my first actual boyfriend, Oreo Chronicles. Yeah, Oreo Chronicles. My first actual boyfriend was, oh, what grade was I in? I was in high school. Your dad is half Asian, so well, yeah, that's probably why. Sent them the link. I don't know what y'all talking about, but my first real boyfriend I was in, I think, 10th grade. I think it was. Anyway, he was a white guy named Ryan, and it only lasted a week because his friends up the street was making fun of him for dating me. But first, let me back up. First off, the first time he liked me, he told my friend, and she came over and she was like, what would you say if Ryan liked you? And I was like, I ain't dealing with no hypothetical ifs. I'm not gonna tell her something and she go run and tell him, and then I get embarrassed if he don't like me. So I didn't give her an answer, and she told him no. And sometime later, he did the same thing, but with a different friend, and everything worked out. He liked me, I liked him. But when he told her he was up the street talking to his friends, I'm like, Ryan, come here, come here. He wouldn't come down and talk to me. He just rode on by on his mongoose bike. If some of y'all old enough about mongoose bikes. But but like I said, it only lasted a week because it got around to me that he was talking shit. Because when he broke up with me, he did that through another friend. They came and told me he's breaking up with me. And I saw him down the street and I started yelling, Brian, bring it, Ryan, come here, I want to talk to you. But he wouldn't do it. So we go to school and he's talking all kind of shit. I dropped her like yesterday's trash. Cause see, I told you I've dealt with crap with white guys too. And so I find him. We had like four different, the school was huge. We had four different lunches. And my lunch was after his. I'm coming back to class. He's going to lunch. And I caught him in the hallway on the third floor, big ass school. I caught him and I grabbed him by his collar, put him up against the wall. And I told him, if I ever hear my name out your motherfucking mouth again, I'm going to come and kick your ass. And I went in the classroom, cried a few tears, wiped them away, and I was done. So, so there's a story of the bad white man. So, I mean, I have dated black men and white men, but that was one right there. Oh, Ryan. Oh, Ryan. I even helped him with his homework too. And my let's see, my angel angel harm. There you go, that harm shit. Crystal Swirlz call me Angel Harms. Uh, and let's see, when I got to high school, the first guy I actually said I love you to, his name was Chris, black guy, dark skin. He was going into the medical field. And let's see. And let me just say, his family wasn't very rich. He um, was raised by a single mother, him and his sister. He spoke very good, proper English. And he wore a suit and ties to school. Whether people clowned him or not, I really don't know, whatever. He and I met my best friend. Her name was Keisha. And this is 11th grade. This is in this is in Georgia, and the naval base was going to throw a concert for the upperclassmen. Now, with this school here versus the one I went to in West Tennessee, I graduated to a senior, but the credits there in Georgia were different. So, because of the credit difference, they put me in 11th grade homeroom, but I was taking my senior classes, which pissed me off because they moved us during my senior year, first of all. So I didn't even know if I was going to go to the prom. And I missed out on all the senior planning that they did for trips and stuff in senior homeroom because they stuck me in 11th grade homeroom based on the credits. And I had to go to summer school for that last credit, and then I graduated because of that. And I wish I could have just stayed where I was and graduated beforehand, but the military, they do what they do. So in this 11th grade homeroom, I don't know anybody. There is this black guy sitting across from me. He's got his arms folded on the table and his head is sitting in his, on top of his arms, and he's just staring at me. And he does this day after day after day. And I was just like, who the fuck is this? I mean, looking away, looking out my peripheral vision. He's still looking. I'm like, who the hell is this shit? Who the fuck is this? Why is he staring at me? So the day the concert comes, and I'm standing outside my homeroom door waiting for my friend Keisha to show up, and she brings her best friend with her, who is this guy Chris, who I was just talking about. And then the guy staring at me, he's standing outside the door too. So Keisha walks up and I'm like, hey. And she goes and hugs and kisses the guy who's been staring at me. It's her fucking boyfriend. I'm like, what the hell? I never said anything to her about it though. But at the same time all this going on, I look over her friend and our eyes meet. And it was like, you know, if you want to believe in love at first sight, that's kind of what it was. So we go to the concert. Let me backtrack for just a second. I'm new to this school. Okay. Now at the time, I had a so-called boyfriend, black guy. Just got together. This guy, we would talk in the hallway with his friends. I'm new, so I don't have no friends yet. Talking with his friends. We're standing across from each other, kind of in a little bitty circle. We walk to class and all this stuff. The town fair is coming to town. I ask him to take me. Oh, he's got planned. Him and his boys gonna hang out, this, that, and the other. The fair is only in town for 1 week. You can't even take me? I'm thinking. So, going back to the concert, my my friend Keisha, her staring at me boyfriend, and her best friend, we go to concert. They start playing the music, all the stuff from back then. I'm 50, so back then it was Babyface and After Seven and all those groups. Me and Keisha's friend Chris, we sitting there jamming, having a good time, dancing, getting along. Woo, woo, yeah, yeah, having a good old time. Concert's over. I go find my boyfriend. I think he's in study hall. I walk right up to him. I was like, yeah, it's over. I met someone. Bye. Just like that. Just like that. I met someone. It's over. Bye. He yelling my name. Angel, Angel, wait, wait. I'm like, nope, deuces. Anyway, Chris and I were together for the whole year. But, after we get out of high school, he had his plans. I had mine. And we went our separate ways. Now, this James was the other guy I broke up with, James. I find out years later that James was on the down low and I was his beard. I was like, so that makes sense why he rather hang out with the homies than take me to the fair. Thank goodness. That explains no kisses. Thank you, James. That explains no holding my hands. Thank you, James. I was only with him for a week, so that's why it was easy to break up with him anyway. So when Crystal Swirlz talk about guys on the down low, I get it, but they're not all like that. Oh goodness. But I will say, and let's see, school started then the day after Labor Day. And by Christmas, Chris had bought me a ring. Just that quick, he had bought me a ring. So you can't say guys don't do nothing for you. I'm not going to agree with that, Crystal Swirlz. I'm not. But he bought me a ring. Of course, my mom, she made me give it back because rings are supposed to be for an engagement. It could have been just, a promise ring or I like you ring. It was a Christmas gift, to tell you the damn truth. That's what it was. But my mom made me give it back. My friend was like, girl, just hide it. Just hide it. Don't let your mom see it. But, me doing what I'm supposed to do, I gave, and she said it was too expensive. I don't even remember how much it cost, honestly. But give it back as rings are for engagements, so I gave it back. I was mad. So he bought me a bracelet instead, which cost more than a ring. I kept that bracelet for a long time. But I remember inviting him over to meet my parents. And I was like, oh shit, nervous and all. This is the first guy I'm actually bringing home. Ryan didn't make to that status. So I'm thinking, oh my goodness, what the questions they gonna ask and all this stuff, But He came over, his shirt and tie. He was working at Burger King, saving up money to go to college and, all that kind of stuff. He came over, shirt and tie, knocked on the door, opened it up. And I mean, just like I said, love at first sight, whatever. Before I could stop my mouth, those three words came out. And I was like, oops, oh, and I put my mouth up to my hand up to my mouth. I'm like, oh, shoot. And he was like, don't worry, I love you too. And that was it. Came in, my parents said hi, we're going to the movies, talk to you later. And I was like, what? No third degree? No third degree? Of course, later on, as I got older, my dad did question those men. He didn't do it with this one right here. But he did, question it with your intentions with my daughter. But yeah, so but that was I date out. I've had good and bad on both sides. So I'm not going to hate black men to justify dating white men. I'm not going to worship white men because they're not all good. Just like not all black men are bad. Did you date in or out more? Just curious. Um, let me see. I will say that let me think back. I probably will say I guess the answer will be out more because let's see, the last time I was even out with a black guy was um when was that? Well, let me tell you how I went from Georgia because I'm in Tennessee again now. Back that in the 11th grade, there was this guy named Steve who turned into a damn story time. This is a guy named Steve, and we were in the same homeroom, 9th, 10th, and 11th grade. But we never associated with each other until 11th grade because that homeroom teacher had us sitting alphabetically, which put him sitting next to me. And then there was this guy who and then who ate boogers. He was in the same. He was sitting near me. Yeah, but anyway, um, so getting to know Steve over time by Christmas or what? Because Steve, he would just, he would walk me to my history class and then run down 3 flights of stairs and across the parking lot to go to auto class. I developed a crush on him, but I never said anything. I couldn't wait until Monday morning to hear his stories because he had a girlfriend too. But I didn't care. I just want to sit there and listen to him talk about whatever they did over the weekend. So, and it came around Christmas time, and his mom had made these little puppets where you squeeze their mouth and it would open up, and there was a Hershey's Kiss inside. And so, walking me to class, he gave me, well, he walked me to class, and one day he was yelling, "Hey, everybody, this is my girlfriend." And I was like, oh my God, did he just say that? You know? And I don't know if it's in that same situation or another one. He asked me walking down the hall if he could give me a kiss. And of course, In my head, oh my God, what do I say? If I say no, I'm gonna miss out. If I say yes, he's gonna know, something. What do I do? And before I could answer, I don't remember if I did or not. He hands me that little puppet thing with the Hershey's Kiss in it. I felt so freaking small. So anyway, um, fast forwarding to the end of the year, we came to write in our yearbooks, and I wrote how I felt. But at the same time, this is the 11th grade, and they're about to transfer my family to the 12th grade, to transfer my family to another state. So I'm leaving. It's been doing my 12th grade year somewhere else. But I wrote, how I liked him, but I didn't know how he felt about me because I'm black, he's white, blah, 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 blah. I gave him his yearbook and I told him, don't read this until, you drop me off of my class, you go your way. Come lunchtime, we got different lunches, but he managed to find me. And I hear somebody yelling my name. I'm like, oh shit, and I froze. I'm walking with one of my friends, and I turn around, I'm like, oh shit. And he hands me this piece of paper telling me that he felt the same way. But it's the last day of school, and I'm getting ready to move to another state. So I'm at the bus, I'm looking around, looking for him to get a phone number or something or whatever. And I never saw him. Fast forward 13 years later on classmates.com, I think, where you can contact all your ex former school buddies who are on there. Found him. Started talking. This is December 2000, 2001, somewhere in there. Started talking. He was coming to visit. By the next year, following February, and like I said, when we contact each other, it's like no time had passed. And Georgia, I hated Georgia. Oh, I hated Georgia. I always wanted to leave, but I had no reason to go in this direction or that direction. And he was willing to come there where I was. I was like, oh hell no, I want to leave here. I'll come where you are. So December talking, February moved. And I know that sounds crazy. Yeah, I know. People aren't the same as they were in January in high school. Who I learned how much he changed, and there were a lot of lies that came with it. But anyway, I'm here. That didn't work out. And so I got on the dating sites to get out, meet people, learn the city. Went out with one black guy. And plus, in Georgia, I was like, if I'm ever going to get married or have that chance, I need to I need to have I need more people to pick from. That place was just too small because to them traveling was going to Atlanta or going to Tallahassee to go shopping. That was their idea of traveling. Me, I've been to California, been to Texas, I've been here, been there. It was just too small minded for me, I guess you could say. So moved up here to Tennessee. That relationship didn't work out because a lot of stuff that I thought that we had cleared the air on before I moved wasn't clear. So that's what that happened. Um, so didn't want to go back to Tennessee, to Georgia. Excuse me. Didn't want to go back to Georgia, which we had a situation where there was an argument and he blamed me this that, and the other. Okay, you didn't go. You're not over the trauma of your whatever your ex-wife put you through. So he sent me back to Georgia after I left my job, family, and all. He stayed gone for a few days, saw his family, and they're like, well, if you love her, go get her, work it out, blah, blah, blah. He came back and got me, but we still didn't work things out because it was just too much shit. But I thank you, Steve, for getting me out of Georgia. That's about all I can say. It shouldn't have been over a bunch of lies, but thank you. I'm here. I'm here. So I get on the dating sites and I go out with this guy. He's got cornrows and he black guy with freckles. We go out to eat. I meet another black guy. This guy is in HR. He wears the suits. And both of them, I was just like, you know what? A different state, but the same old shit. So, and I got the thug and I got the business guy, and I was just like, you know what? I'm tired of putting my energy into that shit. Because neither one of them was looking to date and be serious. They just wanted to pump and dump. So I was like, okay, time to expand out again. Okay, Steve didn't work. Try again. But I was just pretty much done. I ain't hating black men, but I was just pretty much done. If I come across one again and he's what I want, hey, surprise me. But I ain't looking. But if he pops up, I ain't saying kiss my ass, but definitely he's gonna do a whole lot of proving to change my mind. Okay, a whole lot of proving. But after those two black guys in 2000, when I first got here, which was 2000, 1, 2, 3, so in that area, I have not been out with a black guy since then. Um, yeah, haven't been out since then. Um, Mr. Atlanta that I visited last year, we've known each other. I call him that because that's where he lives now, Atlanta, but he's also from another part of Georgia. We've known each other for 30 years. Um, if you look at him, he's a black guy, but you would see, I mean, he's a light skinned black guy. Some people might be able to tell he's mixed a little bit, whatever. You can call him black or not, whatever, don't matter. I gave everybody that one drop rule, whatever. But if you want to count him, you can. If you don't want to count him, whatever. But I've known him for 30 years. But if you want to count him as a black guy, that was probably my most recent because I saw him on Christmas time. That was the most recent. But if you don't count him, then it's been since 2000, early 2000s, pretty much. So, but um, but to answer your question, in or out more, I would say out. This is turning into a damn story time. What else y'all got? Oh my goodness. And he and I have not spoken since I left. Um, I've healed from that. I did send him a happy birthday text message last month. That's all. I wish him well. But there's just a lot that he needs to work on. And even if he does, I don't even know if that's going to bring us together because he's too much time and too many opportunities in that time. Anything else? What'd you say? Do you and the Brad who took you shopping still? Oh, yeah. We went to the mall. Was that yesterday? Yeah, we went to the mall yesterday just to get out of the house. Um, or we got a couple of pretzels from. Well, he bought a pretzel and shared it with me at Auntie Anne's. Um, yeah, we still hang out. We'll go jogging, or well, he jogs. I'll speed walk. So we still hang out from time to time. He gets on my nerves sometimes, but yeah, we still hang out from time to time. He lives behind me. I'm in an apartment complex. He lives behind me. Mm-mm-mm. I almost went. Uh, excuse- I almost did a live yesterday while we were out and about, but I didn't. I wish I had done this on StreamYard. Y'all can come up and just verbally ask your questions. Anything else? Or y'all want to share a story? They do have a go live together feature. If somebody wants to come up, I can stop this and go live. And somebody like if you saw my interview with Maestro when he was up there, of course you don't have to show yourself. We can talk better that way. If somebody wants to come up, we can stop and do it that way now. Don't be shy. Forget about what the live was about. You're sleepy. I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, I like to do this too. This is the first time I've done this over here anyway. I've got to get more familiar with StreamYard. Like I said, that one time I did it took me 3 hours to figure it out. I'm doing all this on my phone. My computer is shit. It's like a Windows 10 or something. And I got a lot of sim games and shit on it too. I'll upgrade my phone before I do a computer. What else y'all got? Oh yeah, by the way, the guy in the suit that had the HR guy in the suit, yeah, he took me out to dinner and he thought I was supposed to he worked for some restaurant food I never had and he brought me some and he brought it over about 45 minutes before I had to go to work and knocked on my door. Like, who the hell is this? It was him bringing me one of their sandwiches from the big deli um, franchise that he works for. And he brought me some cheesecake. So I opened the door, he's there, brought me the food, handed it to me. I'm like, oh, thank you. Well, I'm in my robe. Thank you. I appreciate it. How you doing? Whatever. Had a nice date, whatever, whatever. And he's just looking at me, not saying nothing. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm about to go to work. I appreciate the food. He's just looking at me. I'm like, okay, thanks. Appreciate it. I'll eat it at work. And he's still staring at me. And I was like, okay, I know this motherfucker is not wanted me to thank him for this food with sex. I know, no. I know he's not doing that. So I say again, I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you soon. He's just staring at me. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Close the door and lock it. Click, click. Shh. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. That was it for me. That was it. Nail in coffin. That's where I was like, oops, gotta go back out. Gotta go back out. Anybody else got a question? You're back out. Go back out. Are you asking me? What are you saying? I was talking about dating out. Go back. That was I was talking about going back dating out. Opening the options back up. Anybody have anything else they want to talk about? Anybody? Everybody's silent now. What time is it? It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I did not know. Okay, well, since there are no more questions, I guess I'm going to end this live. I may come back and just do some more story times if y'all want that. All right, well, good night, everybody, and thank you for joining me. I may go back through Crystal Swirlz live and do a little um, reactions on some parts. Maybe I don't know. That would be good. Okay, yeah, we'll do a story time or something. Maybe I'll do that on StreamYard if I can get that working again. Okay, well, good night, everybody, and thank you for joining me. See you later.